Hello, gang, and welcome to WCW Live on WCW.com. It's Jeremy Borash along with Bob Ryder. Hello, Bob Ryder.
Hello, Jeremy Borash.
How are you tonight, sir?
Doing good.
A big night in store for all the listeners tonight.
A big night?
Oh, huge night. Unbelievable night. A night of debuts, a night of surprises, a night you'll never forget. A night to remember, Bob Ryder.
A night we'll never forget.
We have a special treat for the chat room tonight. Our guests that are here. We've got a lot of guests here in the WCW Live studios in Atlanta tonight, hanging out with us. They're going to be in the chat room as well under WCW Guest, okay?
Okay.
Do you get that? Do you understand how
that
that works?
There's a little plus thing in front of WCW Guest.
Is there really?
Yeah, I guess that means it's something special.
All right. Well, right now, watching the chat room, Bob, you're going to love who's here tonight.
Okay.
Fresh off her successful, I don't know what you'd call it, encounter with us here on the WCW Live program. We have the lovely Paisley who joins us. Hello, Paisley. Welcome back to WCW Live. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Excellent.
So she is in the chat room. She is watching what's going on in the chat room.
Paisley in the chat room.
Yeah, but Bob, you know who else is in the chat room? You're going to die when you hear this.
Who else?
You are going to die when you hear this man's voice. Give us just a little sample for Bob Ryder on who is in the WCW Live chat room right now.
I am the Kiwi.
The Kiwi is here, Bob Ryder.
Oh, my goodness. This is big.
The Kiwi is here tonight. Can you believe the Kiwi is here? And
in the chat room.
In the chat room. And
the internet will never be the same again.
The Kiwi just said hi to everybody in the chat room. Now, of course, we've got about a 2-minute delay there, so feel free to ask your questions, your comments, make your comments and suggestions, whatever you want to know about the Kiwi and the lovely Paisley. They're in the chat room watching right now. They will answer under WCW Guest.
Now, I was under the impression it was now the Kwee.
Did I say the Kwee?
You said the Kiwi. You say Kiwi, I say Kwee.
Kwee, I officially apologize for butchering your name. All right, very good. So there you go. Bob Ryder, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing just fine.
Also here tonight, Disco Inferno.
Well, we were doing good up until then.
Right. Can you guys hear okay, by the way? Everything is loud enough? Yeah?
Now, Disco said you might reveal the secret, the new secret gimmick.
The new secret gimmick will be here tonight as well. Also on the program tonight, Spice, she is here. And how about that? I don't know if it's going to be safe, but in the same house here tonight, where the WCW Live studios are held, we have Disco Inferno and the man he faced Wednesday night, Mike Sanders.
Wow.
That'll be interesting.
Very interesting.
Did you get a bigger studio?
No. No.
Crowded in there.
It is very crowded in here, but Bill Banks is going to be here as well.
Bob, I have not an albino, but I have a Burmese python crawling on my neck right now.
Ah, I hate that thing.
Bob does not like the
I'm sure he's going to bite me one of these days.
All right.
Well, it's my buddy.
Huh?
All right. Little Jabron is the snake's name, and how is he doing now? Is he okay?
Oh, he's wonderful. He's tickling my neck.
He's crawling down your shirt is what he's doing.
Yeah. As long as Kwee doesn't get jealous, then we're fine.
Kwee, are you jealous?
Darling, he has to get off your neck.
Ah, Kwee making the call. Get off the neck, Snakey. Kwee's next.
Going to be boots real soon.
Yes, indeed. Kwee, with those, now I'm not a, look at the chat room seeing who you guys are. Would you like to say hi? All right, there you go. They're saying hi to everybody in the chat room. WCW Guest, Kwee, and the lovely Charmel, of course, you know her as Paisley, for all the fans out there.
Chat room just now recognizing the Kwee is with us.
Can you believe, look at the pop for Kwee in the chat room. Everybody loves the Kwee. Yes. So as we talk...
Kwee, say something to your fans.
Address the masses, will you, Kwee? Whatever you would like. Whatever comes to mind, Kwee, just address the masses. Would you like to say hi?
Kwee's being shy right now. Come on, baby.
Like a rainbow in the mouth, it is very hard to talk to the Kwee.
Like a rainbow in
the mouth.
Like a rainbow in the mouth.
Bob, I keep ending up with these men of so few words, you know?
I'm telling you. You can be his spokesperson.
There you go. Let's go to line...
Like a rainbow in the mouth.
Like a rainbow in the mouth, Bob.
Catchphrase.
Yes, indeed. Line 2, who's this?
This is William.
William, where you at?
Hey, Vegas.
William in Las Vegas. Say hello to the Kwee, and the lovely Paisley are here.
Is it a QU or a K?
Is it QU or K?
That is a K.
That is a K. For those of you keeping score at home. Kwee, Bob. Kwee.
Right.
William, what's on your mind?
Yeah, question on when these guys like Meltzer and the Torch and all these guys get these numbers as far as revenue and all this goes and ticket sales, where do they get their information from and how can it be proved as accurate?
More often than not, when you see those numbers, they are pretty close to being accurate as far as the attendance and merchandise. They've got people that release the information to them. I'm not sure they're supposed to be getting the information, but they are getting it, and it's pretty accurate.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a question, Mike, because that just doesn't seem like a good idea to have those numbers going out there, whether they're good or bad. It just doesn't seem strategically,
I can tell you they're not getting the numbers from official WCW press releases or from people from the public relations side of the business. So, whoever's giving it to them, I would think, might better not do it anymore. Who knows?
All right. Anything else?
They've got those sources in both companies, though.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Good luck with these next 2 weeks. This is a defining period for you guys.
What are you most looking forward to?
I haven't been able to find out what the lineups are.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they put out there, this is the way I look at it. Think of the best Nitro that you guys have seen in the last 5 years since they started Nitro.
Right.
In my opinion, these next 2 Nitros need to be better than those. That's just the way I think it should be approached.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys.
Thank you, William. William calling from Las Vegas. We are all...
went to see Madden.
Oh, Madden's in Vegas tonight, too.
Madden is in Vegas.
We are worldwide tonight here on WCW Live, reaching over 120 countries around the world. According to our chat room, many represented tonight. Look at the chat room loving the appearance of Kwee and Paisley, Bob Ryder.
They like it.
You can talk to them, too.
We should do this more often.
I know. They're just here tonight with us. I could actually reach out and touch the Kwee. He is within grasp of Bob Ryder.
He doesn't like when you do that.
I know he does. And he doesn't like it when, we don't like it when he gets angry.
Don't ever make him angry.
Would you like to second that?
Me when I'm angry.
What was that, Kwee?
You would not like me when I'm angry.
I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you.
I love Kwee in any state.
Wow. Interesting. 1-877-WCW Live tonight. A couple other things. Kwee, we know you as, of course, Alan Funk, and the fans know who you are and have followed you for quite some time. Let's go back to the power plant days and talk about that a little bit. What's it like now, finally getting a shot to be, this role, to be Kwee on the air, and how is this different from Alan Funk?
It's tremendous. It's been great. It's basically me. I like having a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good sense of humor. It brings out the best in me. Everybody says I pull it off pretty well, so I hope I can continue to do that.
Now, there's obviously a lot of opportunity being given right now to the younger talent. You obviously one of them. We talked with Crowbar, in fact, about this last night for quite a bit, and we talked about the different guys that he's worked with over the years. How long did you actually spend in the power plant? It was more than a year, right?
Absolutely. I was there for a little over 2 years. Signed my contract last April.
And does it make it that much sweeter that you're actually getting the opportunity to be now in front of the national television audience after 2 years of working every day in the power plant?
Oh, definitely. I think it was better that I did it that way. I wouldn't want to only been there for 6 months and get on TV. I think I learned a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, Bob, right now somebody addressing in fact, Paisley typing up the fact that addressing the question of implants. Did you see that,
Power
Bob?
plants.
No, not power plants, implants.
Power plant implants. Yeah, someone's asking me when I'm going to get implants. But, Bob, I think I'm large enough naturally, don't you?
Absolutely.
And, Kwee seems to be pleased.
Kwee seems to be all right, and the snake seems to be. The snake, by the way, is now actually on your left breast. If you
yes, the snake is.
Can you believe that, Bob Ryder?
Power plant.
And he's flickering his tongue.
Oh, wait a minute now. That's just how they sense their smell, right? That's what I've understood, at least. That's the excuse I'd at least use. So there you go. All right. Any other big news, exciting news going on in the world today, Bob Ryder? We always like to tackle the hot news.
Well, I think Vince Russo is in New York, and from what I understand, they had a pretty good first day ticket sales up there.
Yeah, we're going to Nassau Coliseum, and I believe that's the September 26th or 27th show. I'm not sure the exact date, maybe even the 25th. But it's going to be a big show nonetheless, and Vince Russo is going to be there with the ticket sales this morning. He is going to be at the house show, by the way, Sunday. A bunch of us are flying in for the house show in Albuquerque, Bob, to see what the house shows are doing these days.
Big main event from what I hear.
Absolutely. Main event this Sunday for those of you going to Albuquerque. The house show is going to be Kevin Nash versus Booker T. It's going to be a preview for the main event at Fall Brawl. You'll get to see it first at this house show coming up Sunday. Now, the question is, will the Kwee and Paisley be in attendance at the house show this Sunday night in Albuquerque? Kwee, will we see you there?
Absolutely. I'm wrestling Elix Skipper, the Canadian idiot.
So we will see the Kwee.
Here's a tip. Watch out for the ring.
Yeah, not the ring with the ropes in it, though, right?
The Canadian ring.
You're talking about the Grey Cup ring.
That's it.
All right.
The one he hit Kwee with on Nitro 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Paisley?
Well, you know Kwee mesmerizes everyone, so I'm betting that this Canadian so-called whoever he is, Elix Skipper, is going to get down on one knee and propose to Kwee with that ring.
With the ring?
And Jeremy, listen, don't get too close because you know that you will become enraptured with Kwee.
I already am. Honestly, everything we've said about Kwee, he's even more charismatic and inspiring in person. 3 times, threefold. To be in the presence of Kwee is like, I don't know, I feel like I'm around Ricky Martin or somebody with so much charisma, you know what I mean?
Now, Kwee is in charge of the costuming, I guess, the wardrobe department on the air. Who in the room, Kwee, needs the biggest makeover?
Yeah, take a look at what we've got. Right now we've got Bill Banks who just entered the room. We have the lovely Paisley who is dressed in her lovely Monday Nitro shirt. I am dressed in my New York Yankees jersey. Who really needs some help right now as far as, I don't guess what, you think clothes, cosmetically, clothes, everything?
Definitely do a Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno. I don't think anybody would argue that. Did you see what he's wearing tonight? Oof. Unbelievable. Let's go to line 2. Who's this?
It's Steve from Allentown.
Steve, say hello to the Kwee.
Hi, Kwee.
Kwee.
Baby. I got a question for Jeremy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who do you think is going to be the surprise this Monday night?
Who do I think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Sid.
You think it's going to be Sid?
Or Hogan coming back.
Well, it could be one of those guys.
Wants him back.
You're just going to have to wait and see.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bill was asking you who you think since you already know.
Right. Well, see, that's why I didn't even give him an answer.
Right.
By the way, I'm amazed at the typing skills of one Paisley.
I type 60 words per minute.
Really?
I am a woman of many talents.
What are you typing now to the fans?
Oh, I'm just typing different things about who I'd like to mix it up with in the ring, and I'm helping Kwee out, and I'm typing in hello to all of his fans. There are so many of them out there, I can't keep up.
They are very large in numbers and full of inspiration and charisma just from being around you. Let's go to line 2. Who's this?
Larry from New York.
It's Larry from New York. Hello, Larry. How are you?
Good.
You know who we have with us right now?
Who?
You'll be flattered to know. Not only do we have Bill Banks. Say hello to Bill.
I'm flattered by the fact that Bill Banks is here.
Bill Banks?
What's going on, Mark?
Also,
Larry, please.
Larry.
Sorry.
Also here tonight we have the lovely Paisley. You like Paisley, don't you?
You know I love Paisley.
And not to be outdone.
Even though my stripper friend from Pittsburgh got fired so she could go with Kwee.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I like you better anyway, sweetie.
Okay, thank you.
And so who do you blame for this, Mark?
I blame the stripping industry in general.
Oh,
That's probably why.
okay, because I would thought you would blame our other guest here with us right now in studio, just an arm's reach away from me. I'm talking about the Kwee.
Kwee.
Hey, Larry, you ought to come over here. I can set you up with a pink thong.
Ooh, Kwee. Well, I don't know if that would be good for anybody, Kwee, but I'll keep that in mind. This is, of course, not exactly Larry from New York, although I do use that, guys. It's Mark Madden. I'm calling live from the Nitro Grill.
You're in the Nitro Grill right now?
In fabulous Las Vegas.
Really? That is amazing.
Please tell everyone I said hello. I love those guys.
Well, what we're going to do, Kwee, you're going to stick around for a while, right? Okay, and
Absolutely.
All right, so you guys can stick around
Jeremy,
here.
you don't want me to?
No, I was going to ask you to stay.
Oh, okay.
Would you shut up for just 1 second, please?
Disco, it is not all about you, okay? Wait your turn.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Don't make me angry.
You wouldn't like that man when he's angry.
Well, I see him, you know why? Disco especially wouldn't like Kwee.
Why?
I heard he's involved with the Atlanta Airport FDA.
All right, don't even bring that up, please. Please don't even.
There's something I would like to discuss.
All right, hang on 1 second. Before we go into this diatribe I'm sure you're going to have for us here, Kwee and Paisley will be in the chat room right now. They are typing under WCW guest, talking with all the fans, answering all their questions.
And Paisley's naked, isn't that right?
Paisley, are you naked right now?
Under my clothes, I am.
Okay, well, very good.
Paisley, you should have said you were naked. It helps the chat room business, and no one ever knows.
Okay.
All right, so as far as anyone knows, she's naked then.
Well, speaking of the chat room business and helping out the chat room business, would you like to tell us what you've been doing with all the money you've been spending from your winnings at the blackjack table? Are you talking to me, Mark Madden? Yes, I'm talking to you, Mark Madden. I haven't won that much at the blackjack. Well, I heard on good authority that you have won a lot. That's not true. Well, did you, as of yesterday, had you won a lot? Yes. Okay. What happened to that money?
I still have it, except for what I lost back.
No, I hear on good sources that you did something else with that money.
Well, I can't imagine what you would be talking about, Glenn.
Well, I have it on very good authority. I have confirmation that you've been spending your money on prostitutes out there.
Well, that's none of your business.
Well, would you like to discuss this?
I might add, though, that the hookers I have met out here, and I run into them at the bars because I'm, a pretty charismatic figure myself, not comparable to Kwee, but charismatic nonetheless, and they all seem to know you.
That's not true, and the fans know that you're lying right now. I'm trying to bring up the point that you have a what do you call it? Is it sexual dysfunction? What is the term?
I wouldn't know.
A problem.
Yeah, I don't have any problems at all, and I think you've really taken a family show and put it right in the gutter.
Well, I think people that spend like $1,800 to $2,500 in 1 weekend on prostitutes in Vegas. That's a lot of money.
Stop it.
I have not spent any money on prostitutes in Vegas yet. I haven't spent any money on prostitutes in Vegas yet on this trip, as far as you know, Rusty. But I will say this: the prostitutes I have met here, Glenn, all referred to some act you like to perform, some erotic act with your nose.
All right, would you please?
Now let's see. Everybody knows you're lying, but I'm talking to you. I'm not in Vegas. I don't go to Vegas that often. But first of all, Bob, what the hell is this guy doing on the show?
It's been more than 2 days.
Okay, but did he apologize?
He's been on the show since last Friday.
Okay,
did he apologize
to me from WCW Live? Didn't even last a day. I was on last Friday right after you hung up, you jackass.
Oh, so it was a swerve.
Disco, someone's on here typing in to fire you. They want to get rid of you really
Who
bad.
wants to get rid of me? What is the person's name?
You calm down.
I'll meet him out in the parking lot. I'll meet him out in the parking lot and I'll fight him.
Disco got so excited he nearly ripped the microphone out of the wall there.
Well, I have hot news.
Okay.
What do you got? Okay, I've been at the Nitro Grill 3 days in a row now.
Right.
And I was here with General Erection.
No, you don't need to tell this. This story, there's no way to confirm this.
What happened to Disco's mic? That's too bad. What just happened?
Okay.
Go ahead.
We need to get General Erection on this show to confirm this story.
Can you cut him off, Jeremy? I want to tell the story first.
I'm trying, please. Glenn, would you calm down for a moment, please?
Okay, this story can be confirmed by General Erection and by Larry Hogan, who's just several feet away from the manager of the Nitro Grill.
Is Larry Hogan there right now?
Hey, yes.
Tell him I'm coming in there tomorrow. Could you see if we can get a couple rooms? Me and Rey Mysterio and
Are you coming in here tomorrow?
Yes, there will be a Filthy Animals. We'll be invading Las Vegas with special honorable mention from Jeff Jarrett.
Are you going to pal around with me while you're here?
That's none of your business.
Okay, anyway.
I need to talk to Larry Hogan. Tell Larry Hogan we're going to call him at the Nitro Grill in a minute.
You can do whatever you want, but the bottom line is this. A woman with a young child came up to us, unemboldened, not led in any kind of direction, and she said to myself and General Erection and Larry Hogan, the manager of the Nitro Grill, that she thought Disco Inferno was, and I quote, a no-talent jackass.
All right.
And then when your response was, hey, good to see you, Mom.
No, my response was, actually, we kind of defended Glenn. Captain Erection and I, General Erection, whatever, we said that he does have talent.
What kind of talent is that?
Well, he's very talented. The Disco Inferno is a very talented performer, but we couldn't really, defend the jackass part.
Hey, Mark, we have a fan asking if Disco's nose is really that big in person. You want to handle that one?
It's bigger than life itself.
It has its own area code, from what I understand.
Let's put it this way. What was that play?
It's not bigger than your fat ass.
All right, now.
What was that play about the guy with the big nose?
All right, you guys, please, let's get some...
Remember that Steve Martin movie? Roxanne.
What are you doing? All right, Roxanne. And hopefully...
Glenn, on a serious note, are you there?
How can there be a serious note when you're on the show?
Are you really coming to Vegas?
Yes, I am.
Who's all coming?
Me, Ray, Conan, and Jeff Jarrett.
Why Jeff Jarrett? That's an unusual foursome.
It's none of your business.
No, seriously, why is he coming?
It's none of your business.
Well, where are you guys staying?
It's none of your business.
Okay, well,
No, I actually wanted to say we don't have rooms yet. We're in the process of getting rooms. If Larry Hogan can help us out,
Larry Hogan's not going to help you out because you've been very rude to me right here, and I've been very nice to Larry Hogan.
Well, I'm a bigger fan of. I'm more valuable to the Nitro Grill than you. I'll have Larry Hogan ban you.
They said the last time you were at the Nitro Grill making a personal appearance, it was like the Sahara Desert. Nobody showed up.
All right, Disco, do not...
Flat out lie.
Disco is trying to control the radio board here. Get your arm off the radio board, please. Yes, I cut you off because you won't stop talking.
Disco, your nose is bigger than the rock.
Disco, though.
All right. What was that, Mark?
It's called the big nose, no talent bastard who can't book.
All right. Well, let's not get personal here. Kwee, what do you make of the situation? Are you okay over there, Kwee? Obviously, Kwee-wee's a little angry at the situation. Are you okay?
I'm starting to get angry.
Well, we would not like Kwee-wee.
Well, don't kick Disco's ass, Kwee-wee.
No, he's going to kick Jeremy's ass.
Why? What did I do?
Because he doesn't like you, Jeremy.
He likes me. Kwee-wee, you like me.
I love Jeremy.
Ah, see, I'm full of charisma.
That's how rumors get started.
Bob, does Mark Madden apologize for his slanderous allegations? He did?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
All right, would you just accept it and let's move on?
Jeremy, the fans want to know when Kwee-wee's going to get a title shot.
That
I'm sitting here reading it, so...
The question is not allowed to be asked on our show. The fans know this. Whenever I'm on, nobody's allowed to call up and say, when do you get the belt? When do you get the title shot?
So that's not allowed?
We get 5 of those a night, and we try to erase them when we see them. No more questions like that.
Look, giving me a kiss on the cheek.
I have a question from Larry Hogan and all the people here at the Nitro Grill.
Go ahead.
They want to know when Disco's going to get a title shot.
All right. Here's a big question, and Glenn, you may or may not know about this, but internet rumors have been going crazy here lately. Vince Russo on our show Wednesday said if the opening segment gets a 2-5, beating last week's 2-4, as a special thanks to the WCW Live fans who were instructed to tell all their friends and especially those friends of Nielsen boxes, to tune into that first segment especially and get a big rating, that David Flair will shave my head on Nitro next week.
David Flair will shave whose head?
Mine.
That's unfortunate for you.
I did not make that decision.
But I know, but we're not giving away the $1,000 anymore.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying.
You're going to get your head shaved for free on TV.
Well, here's the situation. Bob?
Yeah?
What is the consolation prize for me?
Well, if it happens, then you get to announce a match on Nitro the following week, and you get to pick the announcer that you bump from the announce table for that match.
First of all, I want to say Paisley's on the internet here, and it's something very strange and fishy going on. There's chuckling going on here from Kwee and Paisley.
Disco, they want to know how you keep that wig on.
Wait, no, wig. Let's backtrack.
That hairpiece you have on there.
It's not a hairpiece. Look at your hair.
All right, you two, stop it.
The Kwee-wee's hair is much nicer than yours, Disco.
Everybody's hair is much nicer than Disco. It looks like a batting helmet.
What about your hair? I mean, is it actually, is it hair that you have on the top of your head? That can be confirmed.
Yes.
It is hair.
Yes.
It doesn't look like hair.
What's it look like?
It looks like straw that's been burned and didn't ash.
Well, that was really funny. That got a big pop.
Well, your hair looks atrocious, Madden. I'm trying to tell you to light up your...
Everybody needs to take tips from Kwee-wee. His hair is fabulous.
Look at that
Kwee-wee's hair is atrocious.
Stop it.
Glenn, here's the bottom line. Wait, hold it. What about Jeremy Boris replacing one of the announcers? I don't like the sound of that.
It's just for one match.
The one announcer that doesn't like to cooperate.
And it's going to be the announcer of my choosing.
What announcer?
The one announcer that thinks he's bigger than the broadcast itself.
Vince said if I get my hair shaved, I will be able to come out, pick the match of my choice, and boot the announcer of my choice.
Now, wait, that's this coming Monday when the rating has to go up.
The rating has to go up this week. The next week his head gets shaved. The week after that, he gets to announce a match.
Okay, well, that's no problem. I'll kill the rating for that first quarter hour.
I'm on the opening segment, I believe, and I think it's going to do a 2-5 at least, if I'm on it.
Mark?
It won't when I say watching the Nitro opening segment can be hazardous to your health.
Mark?
What?
I will tell you right now, you're not the announcer I'm going to kick.
Oh, who are you going to kick?
Well, one of the other two.
So in other words, I would cooperate to drive the rating up. You would guarantee my presence when you announce the match.
I guarantee it.
Okay, good.
Disco, here's another question for you.
Go ahead.
When are you going to stop becoming a jobber?
What is a jobber?
That's from the chat room.
So there's a person that actually thinks that there's a winner's share of the purse, and that if I lose, then I don't get paid.
I got a question for you.
I got a question for you. What's Jacqueline doing these days?
Ooh.
Ouch.
What's the big deal with that?
You jobbed to a woman.
So what? Did she beat Dee Malenko?
No.
Well, she's beat a bunch of people up there in the WWF.
Well, that's different. Now it's fashionable. Now women are seen as equal in wrestling.
Because I revolutionized
a job to a woman.
Because I revolutionized it.
You are pioneering this.
I am a pioneer in special
the first time you asked to do it, you walked out in a snit.
All right. Well, that's a lie. The first time I did it was in Memphis.
Way before your time.
Yep.
I'll tell you, I took a brief...
Man, you're a fountain of misinformation.
Everybody should come to the Nitro Grill when they're in Vegas. And all the people here think you're a jackass.
All right, let's stop using that word.
Well, the mudslinging here is just really big. Can you take Madden off the show?
I am going to take action here. I'm going to give both of you one warning. And any more references to the J.A. word.
Who the hell are you to give a warning?
I am the...
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take your mic away from you.
You can't take my mic away if I won't let
go from the chat room.
Glenn, I'm going to side with you here. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
when Jeremy Borash tried ordering Scott Hall around on the internet show.
Well, and where is he right now?
Oh, I'll be sure to tell him you said that.
Hey, guys, someone in the chat room is saying Kwee has the best finishing move in wrestling.
Which is what?
I also have the best finishing move in the bedroom.
Oh, wait a minute now,
Hey,
please.
come on now.
Ooh,
Come on. That's uncalled for, Kwee.
Disco, you tried to find it out, so don't worry.
Oh, jeez, all right, please.
Paisley's making some slanderous allegations on the show.
She
The
really-
It's called a Slander Friday.
Let me ask you something, Glenn, before we go any further. Let's talk serious business. Coming up this Sunday, it's going to be a big house show, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Vince Russo is going to be there. We know that Kwee is going to be taking on Elix Skipper. Are you booked on the house show this coming Sunday?
No, I'll be at the blackjack tables in Vegas.
Why is Vince Russo going to be at the house show?
None of your business.
Are you
Seriously, why is Vince Russo
You're
going to
the
be at the house
one we're
show?
talking here. Paisley has a snake crawling on her head.
Yes, I do. And Disco, I love you to death, but someone in this chat room, I mean, they are murdering you. They're saying if your nose, listen, they're saying if your nose were used as a baseball bat, then you'd shatter Mark McGuire's record in no time.
Well, that's very entertaining. That's funny.
Are you going to be at the house show this Sunday, Disco?
Yes, I am.
You're going to be at the house show this Sunday?
Yes, I am.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, who are you going to be wrestling?
I'll be wrestling Mark Madden.
No, please.
No, I'm not going to be at the house show. I'm going to go to Vegas.
Why aren't you going to be at the house show?
Because he's in Vegas. Are you not paying attention?
Disco, is this snake on my head
Well, actually,
bothering you?
I wasn't
Wait.
booked.
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to be there because I wasn't booked.
What do you mean you wasn't? I want you to be there.
I'm not booked.
Hey, Glenn, let me ask you a serious question.
I want you to be there, Glenn.
But I wasn't booked. I mean, that's like the oldest thing in wrestling. I wasn't booked.
But it's important for you to be there.
But Jeremy, I'm not booked. You know, I mean, I've already got I got a previous engagement.
I want you to be there. It'd be real important for me if you're there.
But Jeremy, I'm not booked.
I'll tell you what.
I wasn't booked.
Do you want to ref?
What do you want me to do?
Do you want to ref?
Referee what?
I want you to ref tonight.
Referee what?
I want you to referee me and Brett, the main event.
You want me to referee the main event?
I want you to referee.
I don't know, Jeremy. I've got other plans.
Come on, I really want you to referee the main event.
Well, I wasn't. I mean, why didn't you think about this? I mean, months ago.
I'm sorry. It's been real busy. It's been real. You know me. I've been all over the place. It'd really be important. It's my last match.
The main event?
Yes.
You want me to referee the main event?
It's my last match. I'd be honored for you to referee the main event.
This is your last match?
It's the last one.
Is it your retirement?
It's my last one. I want you to be there.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Will your nose be leaving the filthy animals and going solo?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jeremy Borash and the Disco Inferno's dramatic interpretation of the Dennis Stamp, Terry Funk conversation in Beyond the Mat. Thank you very much.
Outstanding.
Very nice.
What did you think, Bob?
Oh, it was good.
Did you catch on?
Absolutely.
I have a serious question for Disco Inferno.
Which is what?
They changed my travel. They wanted me to be at Albuquerque Sunday for some reason. Why would that have been?
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think they probably just goofed up.
Right, good, because I changed it back. I'm not going to friggin' Albuquerque.
Well, if you're booked, you got to show up. I mean, but
I won't be there.
I
I'm
won't
not
be
the
there
beck and call of this company. I work one day a
I won't
week.
be there because I'm not booked.
All right, very good. All right, what's going on, Paisley, in the chat?
Paisley's going on making slanderous comments on the internet about me.
They are murdering Disco.
Are you archiving the show?
Disco has to blow his nose in a towel.
You're being slanderous.
You know what's tremendous?
Would you want me to come out here? I mean, if we're going to slander, make fun of people's, make fun of people. Do you want somebody to come in here and tell like Polish jokes for like the next half hour?
Polish jokes?
Yeah. Do you want me to offend people like they're trying to do to me here?
No, let's not do that. I got to take that out.
Well, Disco's got the Toucan Sam nose.
All right, very good.
You're making slanderous remarks upon slanderous remarks. I have no ill will towards anybody.
All right.
Okay, Glenn, I apologize for everything bad I've ever said about you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're an ambassador of goodwill, and I feel like a schmuck now.
Now, Mark, what is your agenda for tonight? What are you going to be doing?
Gambling, hookers, stuff like that.
All right.
How many prostitutes have you been with?
No, I haven't.
I
was kidding.
So let's not even go there. Bob Ryder,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You know, hey, Disco, seriously, now that we're friends again, and we are, right? Disco, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Now that we're friends again, little Larry Hogan wants to say something.
Larry
Hogan says hello, Disco.
Tell him I said hi. And Steve, could you ask him off the
Actually,
camera right now?
getting rooms this weekend. Can you help him?
Yeah, I need one for
Okay,
Saturday.
he'll call you in a couple minutes, Larry. Okay, he'll help you.
Okay.
Okay,
You know why he'll help me?
I helped him to help you.
I want to tell the whole world that Larry Hogan has got it like that.
Larry Hogan has, well, I can't say that, can I?
Yeah, you can.
He's got it like that.
You're allowed to say it when I'm on.
All right.
You listen to you big baby. I say that I like it like that on Monday and you complained to the booking
Yeah,
committee.
but you were begging to say I've got it like that.
No, I wasn't.
So you wanted to, though, because you like it.
I like it like that.
All right, very
So
good.
anyway, Glenn.
We got Mark. We're gonna have to let you go in a couple minutes here.
Why?
Because we don't have any more lines for callers. We got to open up.
Tell Larry Hogan
Oh,
I will
nobody
be
cares about
calling.
the callers.
Yes, we got
This
to
isn't
take
a caller-driven
him
show. This is
so.
an expert-driven show. Get rid of disco.
Disco's here in person.
Where's Bill Banks?
Here in person.
Bill Banks is getting drunk as usual.
Where is he there?
Yes.
Yeah, he's drinking. He's on his like 8th beer. And he's been here for 10
Hey,
minutes.
Disco, what do you think about this? Someone's writing in Madden versus Kwee versus Disco Inferno, guest referee Paisley. What do you say?
Let's make it a three-way dance.
That's no. I disagree with that. I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either. I'm not an athlete.
Mark
I'm
Madden-
barely a broadcaster.
Mark, did you know that Vince Russo wanted you to wrestle Pamela Paulshock? And
Yeah,
that
that was vetoed by the booking committee.
vetoed by 2 specific members of the booking committee.
Who?
Tell him, Jeremy.
Disco Inferno and Jeremy Borash.
Wow.
Why? Why'd you veto it?
Because you don't need to. I don't want to put Pamela Paulshock in a situation with a lascivious pervert like you.
No, and seriously, why did it get vetoed? I don't care because I think...
Because we're not putting 2 people that don't know how to wrestle on our television show in a segment of it'd suck.
Okay, how about me and you? Oh, same problem.
No, that would have to be a shoot fight.
I would fight you.
Yeah, but you can't fight Pamela Paulshock.
I would fight you.
Would you fight me on television?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Monday.
Okay. No. We're going to do an angle, and I'm going to beat your ass on our television show.
Really? Not like you could.
All right.
You don't think I could kill you with my bare hands?
Absolutely not. Maybe your nose, you could poke my eye out.
All right.
But Glenn,
Enjoy
don't forget, I'm
Vegas,
helping
Mark.
Larry Hogan help you, so I hope there's no hard feelings.
Mark, we do have to let you go. It's always a
Let him
pleasure.
go.
It's always a pleasure having you on the program. We got.
Glenn, are you mad at me now?
Nope.
Nope. Well, you should be because you're a jackass.
All right. Thank you,
Well,
Mark.
watch your mouth.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Mark.
I have one closing statement to make.
Get
Can
his
I?
fat ass off this show.
Would you stop it, please?
Glenn,
Watch your
Jeremy,
language.
can I make one closing statement?
Please.
No bad words, I promise.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'd like Glenn's input on this, too. Glenn, can we lie together for 1 second?
Sure.
Okay. Have you noticed that ever since...
Well, I just bleeped you there, too, Mark. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
What kind of delay
Bye,
do you have?
Mark.
Not a very good one.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Save the internet department.
Bye, Mark.
Why did you bleep that?
The nature of the discussion did not
The
allow.
nature of the discussion.
The nature.
Right.
Of the,
So let's
What's
talk
wrong with
about,
that?
please.
let's talk about the gimmick you said we had 30% chance of hearing about tonight.
Oh. Should I reveal it on the show?
Let's get Bill Banks in here to decide.
All right. Bill.
This is better than Babar.
Yes. In the meantime, let's go to line 2. Who's this?
Hey, yo, it's Minnie Russo.
Minnie Russo, the mini version of Vince Russo. Hello.
Hey, yo, you know this Disco Mark Madden feud, you should make it a storyline.
Oh, yeah.
As reality-based as you can get.
What do you mean reality-based? How real would it be if I beat his ass on TV?
I'd love it. I told all my friends to watch it.
How many friends do you have?
About 1,000.
Well, if you got like about 1.5 million friends, I think we'd have to entertain
Well,
that
there's a
idea.
good shot. Good chance
That's
we'll
a
have.
ratings point, isn't it, Bob?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was wondering, you guys, who do you think would win in a street fight, Mark Madden or Disco Inferno?
Oh, come on.
Which street?
Mark Mann would have a heart attack.
All right. Anything else, Minnie Russo?
Oh, that's about it. You have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Bill Banks is here to help with a decision. Bill Banks, what do you have for us here tonight? Or what's the question, Disco? Or what's the question, Bob Ryder?
Should we allow Disco to reveal the idea that was almost used a couple of weeks ago?
Can he hear?
Should we allow Disco to reveal the special gimmick that was proposed in the booking meeting that almost went on the air?
There's 2 I'm thinking of.
The one
not
that
the
would have
Martian.
involved Disco.
Not the Martian.
Oh, the other one. Go for it.
All right.
Wow.
Better than
That's
Babar.
like a giveaway. I told him there would be a 30% shot that he'd hear it this weekend. And we're going to give it away?
We make dreams come true on this program.
Show me the Benjis, baby. Give me the green and watch me go. Show me the money!
Unbelievable. Line.
Did you like it when like Skipper said that, by the way?
Yeah, I loved it. Line 2, who's this?
That's Andy.
Andy, what's going on?
Hey, not much. Just want to say hi to Disco there.
Hello.
Where are you calling from, Andy?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Mike Sanders is also here, too. Would you like to say hello to Mike Sanders?
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, say hello.
Hello.
There you go.
Hey,
Boy, what an average response.
From an above-average character, right? What's going on?
I just want to make a comment on that whole thing at the Monday surprise thing.
Yes.
I'm not really too happy about that whole thing. I think.
How can you not be happy about it? You don't even know who it is.
I hear people saying that it's going to be Sid or I think maybe it's Diamond Dallas Page, but what do I know?
Well, what if you're completely wrong?
What do you know? How can you be disappointed and you have no clue who it's going to be?
Relax there, Skippy, man.
All right. Well,
what did you just say to me? You are a caller. I'm a superstar, pal. Okay, you treat me with respect when you're on the show. You called up and said you're disappointed with the surprise, and you don't even know what the surprise is.
You didn't even hear my comment, Tim.
In front of the internet and the rest of the world, that you could be a certifiable moron.
Let him make his comment.
See, this is the crazy thing. I was going to tell Disco how much I love his type of humor and stuff. And
I don't want the morons to like it.
Whatever.
That was a stupid comment. Have you been on the show before with better stuff than that?
Well, I can come up with better stuff than...
No, you just sound like a very bitter WCW fan that's already being mad about our big surprise, and you don't even know what it is yet. See, it's fans like you that we don't need. Go watch Survivor, pal.
Whatever. If
Go watch the
Andy
Griffith
rerun.
Come on, Disco, we need everyone we can get.
In your life?
Monday Night Football is coming back. You're probably a compulsive gambler who's going to lose all your money and lose your car and your home, so...
Please.
But
what?
Let's,
Hot kettle black.
Yes.
What are you talking about? I'm a winning handicapper.
Yes.
Should I reveal my gimmick?
Absolutely.
Are you ready to hear the gimmick?
Bob, okay, let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you give the bar?
With 10 being the best?
Yes.
This was close to a 10.
Well, no, but what was the bar?
Babar was close to a 10. This was just slightly better than Babar.
Wow. So we're talking about like a 9.5 and a 9, right?
Absolutely.
Do you want to save this for another secret gimmick revelation maybe in a month?
I could come up with a gimmick every week.
All right. What do you got?
You're going to lay the whole thing out. Tell how it was going to happen.
All right.
This was actually, what I even mentioned on the show was very close to being made a reality.
Right. Okay. We would show a picture of an empty locker room for about 10 seconds. And then right across the screen say, coming soon to WCW, The Invisible Man.
Oh, unbelievable.
Wait a minute. Yeah. But it would lead up to an actual match with the Disco Inferno against the Invisible Man. The Disco Inferno being the only one that is convinced of the Invisible Man's existence. And could you see the cameras doing like Sting, like showing the empty seat up in the top row? Going, my God, the Invisible Man is here! The Invisible Man is here! And we have a new talent, and we don't even have to pay him anything.
That would
Just think of the merchandise you can sell invisible t-shirts.
Could you imagine if the cat made like say Bill Goldberg and a mystery partner wrestled Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner, but he made the mystery partner the Invisible Man.
I'm thinking the merchandise possibilities, invisible t-shirts for $20.
Yeah, could you see the commercials, like selling the invisible t-shirts and the invisible merchandise? And fans sending money in to buy the invisible merchandise.
And you'd even take the flare bump during your...
we had people calling in wanting to buy the Disco Inferno CD that never existed.
Well, that would be, that is. That's living proof that rectal birth is possible. People who want that CD right there.
And we can make light of the empty seats. If there's empty seats in the arena, we can say that's the Invisible Man fan club.
Line 2, who's this?
Hey, I'm Sean from Vancouver.
John, what do you think of the secret gimmick just revealed by Disco?
It's pretty funny. I think it would have worked.
Well, there you go.
Thanks.
Well, I'm just wondering when Sean Stasiak's going to get a push.
Why would Sean Stasiak get a push?
Because I think he's good, and I think...
What were you doing? Did you go out there and talk about his monkey? Do you like it when he talks about his gorilla, his pet monkey?
Gorilla.
Oh, I think he has a lot of talent.
A lot of talent?
Yeah.
When have you seen this?
Do
you think he's more talented than I am?
Oh, I don't know about that. Nobody's talented than
Well, then you give me a push before you give him a push, for crying out loud, son.
Well, go ahead, but I just think Sean should get a push like Chuck did.
Like Chuck did? Why?
He's injured right now. He's going to be out about 5 weeks, maybe when he's healthy again.
Do you think he'll make an impact when he comes back?
Make an impact? So. Not if he doesn't start doing the heart punch. There's a lot of questions going on. Me and Stevie Ray are investigating the possibility whether Sean Stasiak is actually kin to Stan Stasiak.
No.
Yes. Let me give some examples, all right? Bob Greasy, great quarterback, right? What does his son do?
I don't know.
Plays quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Oh, okay.
All right? Blackjack Mulligan used to use the claw. Barry Windham, what did he used to use?
The claw.
Thank you. Okay? Fritz Von Erich, the Claw, all the Von Erichs. What do they use?
Drugs.
Okay, my question is, if Sean Stasiak is a legitimate second-generation wrestler, then why does he not use the heart punch? One of the most feared moves in the history of professional wrestling. Can you answer that, sir?
I can't. Bob, can you?
I can't. It makes sense to me.
So I think the only question is whether or not Sean Stasiak is A, kin to Sean Stasiak, or B, assuming the identity of the potentially real Sean Stasiak, who may be out there somewhere.
You're a conspiracy theorist is what you are.
The imposter theory. Okay?
Well,
and then it brought up a lot of questions here. Like, who is the real, will the real Sean Stasiak, please stand up? Like, for instance, who is the real Sting? Is it the guy we have on our show, or is it the musical singer? The real Bryan Adams.
Right.
Is he a Canadian, or is he from Tampa, Florida?
That's a good question.
There's a lot of imposters out there.
There's no, by the way, not an imposter in the chat room. That's Kwee right now, typing away. Paisley typing as well. Are you having a good time in the chat room, Kwee?
What do the fans think of Kwee?
They love him.
What do you think? Are you having a good time in the chat room, Kwee?
Kwee is almost more popular than Disco Inferno in a short time.
Doubt it. I'm a legend on this show. Come on, Jeremy, be honest.
All right. Line 2.
Who's great on this show, Jeremy?
Well, this is Kwee's first time on the show.
Well, he hasn't said 2 words. He's sitting there making fun of my nose with Paisley over there.
He's in the chat room.
He's in the chat room typing. You don't even know.
Well, he's not supposed to go in the chat room. He is supposed to be to take the microphone and the earphones off and give him to Sanders.
Well, Sanders is going to be on after your go because we're going to kick you off.
Oh, you're going to kick me off? So I'm a lame duck.
Yes.
So I can say whatever the hell I want right now, right?
No.
No.
Line 2, who's this? Hello?
Hi.
Who's this?
Luke in London, Ontario.
How are things in Ontario tonight?
Jeff Jarrett is in Ontario tonight. He's on a television show in Toronto right now. Are you watching it?
No, I'm not.
He is on a television show in Toronto right now. If you will channel surf and look, and he's on a television show.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, and tell me how he's doing because it's like an interview thing, and I think he's going to bomb.
Oh, would you stop it?
Well, I mean, come on, he's from Nashville, Tennessee.
Ridiculous.
Well, I'm saying, he's kind of like got a hickish voice, it doesn't get over Toronto.
What's your question?
I'd just like to say, I think Disco Inferno to keep his nose at my fellow countryman Mark Madden's business.
Your fellow countryman? You live in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Well, just because Canadians are more boring than us, I mean, I have no problem with Canadians. I mean, you take a dollar bill, you cut it in half, you got a Canadian dollar bill. You take American football player, you cut him in half, you got a Canadian football player. I mean, why would I be, worried about a country that's got, like, an inferiority complex to ours?
Paisley, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do something that a lot of the fans, you'll get over with a lot of the fans with. I'd like you to give shout-outs.
Shut Disco up so somebody else can talk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm off the show. I had another gimmick I was going to tell you about that I came up with this afternoon.
Yeah?
Next week.
There's no way.
Come on.
No way in hell.
Come on, Disco. We love you.
Forget it.
Please,
No,
you're not
talk
going
more.
I'm putting Sanders on. I've had enough of these nose jokes. Forget it.
See you, Disco.
Bye.
Disco, don't let your nose hit the door on the way out, please. Thank you very much. All right, that's all.
Wow.
That's all I have to say to you.
Last time on this show.
Promise? All right, very good.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
Okay, what's up, Jeremy?
All right. I would like you to do, there are many people in the chat room here tonight. Would you like to give a few shout-outs to some of the names you see in the chat room? They love it when you say their names. The lovely Paisley, and Kwee, feel free to throw a few hellos out there as well.
Okay, we're sending some hellos to B. Ryder, Hitman.
That's Bob Ryder.
That's me.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Well, how about Dennis 3323, Dan 316, Curryman, Chris 2, Charles, Boyd, Binks, Big Daddy, B-Dog 316. Kwee, say hello to some people.
Get
Flame.
I'd like to say hi to Flame, Funky T, Donuts.
Donuts. There you go. There's all kinds of folks there. And a whole bunch of guests. And a whole bunch of guests.
Evil number 1, Nitro 1, Lenny 3323, Macho Mark.
There you go, Bob. Look at all the chat room folks getting shout-outs tonight. By the way...
In about 2 minutes, the chat room will respond.
Yes. By the way, the above-average Mike Sanders is with us. Also, Bill Banks is here, and Bill is going to give us the exclusive Nitro preview in just a couple minutes. What are you pointing at me for? You want me to do it? I'm pointing at you. and that will be a lot of fun and excitement, I'm sure. Kwee is typing right now in the chat room. Look at this. A lot of fun here tonight. Let's welcome, for the first time, the above-average Mike Sanders to the program. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Jeremy.
What do you think of our spacious WCW Live studios? What hospitality do you find here tonight?
Oh, it's great hospitality here, man. You kidding me?
You like it? All right, very good. Bob, everyone likes Mike Sanders. Everybody.
He's way above average.
Way above average. Now, are you going to remain above average, or is that going to be a thing of the past, do you think? Is that something you're going to use with your name yet, or?
We'll probably be throwing that out the window real soon.
Because you're way above average.
I am above average. I'm way above average.
Right. What do you think of the Kwee here? Have you ever seen anything like this?
I can't complain about the Kwee. The Kwee was my partner for quite some time. We've been on the road together a lot. I can't complain about him one bit, except for...
Except for what?
He's got a few gaseous smells.
No! Kwee! Kwee, what?
Bad.
Kwee, what? Is that true? Do you have any knowledge of this?
Do you think the Kwee would have gas?
Brother, I'm going to say right now,
Kwee has class, not gas.
Right on. I never thought of the question before, but apparently, Bob, Kwee, quite gaseous, according to...
I'm starting to miss Madden and Disco.
Yeah, really. Now we got two more battling guys here. Mike, you started out where, in the power plant, or where did you start wrestling, actually?
I started out the power plant with zero experience, January of '98, under Jody Hamilton and Sarge.
When I first came to the power plant, I couldn't stand Mike Sanders.
Why? You guys have legit heat?
You got to understand the power plant to understand that when a new guy comes in there,
he's going to say it was an ass kisser.
A little bit. Well, he's definitely an ass kisser. He still is.
Right.
Hey, get your lips off Bill Banks there.
Yeah, really, please. Be careful. So you were, nobody liked you in the power plant when you came in because you kissed a lot of butts. Is that what you're saying?
That's not true. Let me explain something. First of all, when you come into the power plant, when you went through the old 3-day tryout, it was a nightmare. So when the new guys came in, you were on the other side of the fence, and it was your turn to give them hell, run them in the ground, whatever.
Yes.
I just can't. Hey, Jeremy, I can't help it if he was going to let me. If he thought I was trying out with him the same day, and he was going to let me room with him in his hotel when he was down here.
What is that all about?
Little inside joke.
What is that all about, Kwee? Do you have any knowledge of this?
Well, first let me say is, I understand, after I got down there, I understand what Mike Sanders was doing to me. Everybody goes through the same thing. When you go through the 3-day tryouts, other guys come in there, you want to see them go through the same thing you went through.
Right.
Which is understandable. Mike Sanders came in there my first day of tryout, which was in July of '96, I believe. He dressed up like a nerd, which...
Whoa, come on.
Not too far off what he dresses now.
Oh.
But he had some dress shoes on, trying to act like he was going through the tryouts. He had a bag of donuts, and he was going around talking real, he said he was from Alabama, talking like a hick.
Unbelievable. Is that true?
Yeah, I showed up looking like a nerd. I had on these plaid shorts, I had on these glasses, I had the fireman shoes on.
Was it intentional?
Yeah, I was trying to get in with these guys. I was like, I just showed up for this tryout, man. I don't know what it's going to be like. I heard it was really tough. I hope they'll let me try out in these shoes. And I was talking to Howard.
So you were working them their first day in there?
And I offered him my room because he didn't have a place to stay. That's the nice guy that Kwee is.
And then what?
Then I went to the locker room. I changed. And when I come out, that's when Sarge come in. And these guys started running them in the ground. He says he knew that I was part of the power plant.
I knew it. That's why I offered him a room, because it was too obvious.
Right. So let me ask you something then. You alluded to, I believe, a bitter. What was the words? A bitter,
pitiful individual.
And who would that be?
Well, I'm not going to mention any names, but he used to be a real wonderful guy.
Wow. Who could that be, Bob Ryder? Do you have any idea who that could be, Bob Ryder?
Got a pretty good idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I think he was referring to Sarge.
No.
No. Apparently somebody else. Well, very interesting.
Yes.
All right, the amazing, I'm going to say amazing now until we come up with a new name for you, the amazing Mike Sanders and the charismatic Kwee, along with the lovely Paisley. Bill Banks is here. And is Spice still here? Where did Spice go? Did Spice leave?
Spice had to leave, and Jeremy, I have to leave too. I have to prepare Kwee's meal and, sprinkle the rose petals all over the place.
Wow.
So.
All right. Well, I have to...
I must tend to my men.
I have to... Bill Banks, Bob Ryder, I'm going to hand over the show to you guys. I have to escort the lovely Paisley out of the WCW Live studios. There are fans outside of the studios here tonight, and I'll make sure she gets out to her car okay.
Okay.
All right, so...
the fans have been gathering all afternoon then.
Well, actually, just about an hour ago. It got out on the internet where our studios are, Bob Ryder.
Really?
So it's a crazy situation here.
That's not good.
All right, Bill Banks.
We'll just go on without you.
I will be back in a moment.
Okay.
All right.
We can't take calls without you, though.
No, you really can't. So, Bill Banks, say hello to Bob Ryder.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah, Bob.
What's it been like? You got a lot of attention from the interview you did the other night. What kind of reaction did you get from the guys?
Everything I got was pretty positive and very informative. Everybody seems to be willing to help. They're always hitting on good positive notes. You could have done this. You might want to try this next time. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity, and I think everything has been real positive, Bob.
Now, going into the interview, did you? I mean, you got some help from some people backstage preparing for it. But did you know how big an opportunity that was to make an impression?
Not at first. I'll be honest with you, I was really nervous, but I asked. I try to get information from everybody. I talked to.
I'm back on the show right now. I'd like to ask if the interview sucked. Just a waste of television time.
After 2 losses, he would.
Ooh.
Just an absolute. I mean, this natural born thrillers thing is just a bad idea.
Bad idea,
man. Yeah, we should have we should go out and get the natural born independent workers.
What are you going to call
a team of independent workers?
Well, you could call it the Malibu.
And you know who's going to manage them? Dennis Stamp. Yes. Dennis Stamp is going to. We're going to bring him in.
He's going to
be Dennis, Jake, Rapid Delivery Rory, whatever they call that guy's name is, and we're going to call these guys Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat.
Yes.
Dennis isn't booked.
Dennis isn't booked. Well, I want him to be there.
How many times have you watched the DVD, Glenn?
I just watched it the other day. The first time I've seen it.
That's the first time?
Yeah.
Made quite an impression.
Yeah. I mean, Dennis Stamp, he wasn't booked. I mean, that's the oldest rule arrested. You don't show up if you're not booked.
Mike Sanders' interview time.
What about Mike? Yeah, I just cut Mike Sanders' interview time off.
Yes, you did.
I interrupted it.
So be polite.
No, this is called a run-in.
A run-in.
Yes, I've run in on the show because you guys you treated me rudely, and I wanted to disrupt the flow of the show.
Save it for pay-per-view.
Now I've said my piece, and now I'm out of here.
All right.
Very good. Thanks.
Sorry about that, Mike.
That's okay.
So where were we?
Patronize me, Jeremy.
I'm out of here. Get out of here, Disco Inferno, please.
Don't you talk to me like that.
Get out of here. Hey, come on. Get out of here. Ow.
You're asking me
God, he's back.
You're talking to me about the pressure put on me as far as the interview.
Yeah, and what was it like? I mean, did you know going in just how big an opportunity that was?
I think anytime you get a chance, it's an opportunity. I didn't know the extent of the opportunity. When I was informed I was going to be cutting a promo, I thought it would be a small promo. I didn't know it was going to be a big promo. And when I seen it, I'll be honest with you, I was a little nervous. But like I said, I try to take a little bit from everybody. I talked to Arn Anderson, I talked to Bill Banks, I talked to everybody, and I try to get everybody's input on what I think would really help me. And these guys have been unbelievable. I couldn't ask for a better direction.
How can Mike Sanders shamelessly not include my name in that list?
I thought you were leaving.
How can he not? I said Arn Anderson and Bill Banks. What about me? What about Disco?
Disco has been a tremendous help to my career. I mean, with two
big wins under
you. 2 big wins, he's made me a star. Exactly.
Yeah, I made him a star.
Disco,
second thoughts about
did you have any regrets about putting over Mike Sanders?
Any regrets about putting over Mike Sanders? Why?
Do you have any regrets about doing so?
Only if there's a winner's share of the purse involved.
Just think it was 7 minutes ago he said he would never do the show again.
I know. I'd like everybody to know that there's no incentive clause for winning or losing when you're on a 3-year contract.
Now, let me ask you something. When you were up in Memphis wrestling for a while, and you won the $10,000 Battle Royal, what did you do with the money?
That's none of your business.
Oh, please. That's not what I heard.
Well, what'd you hear?
I heard you spent it on various things.
For instance?
I'm not going to talk about it on the show, but you know what I'm talking about.
Why would you bring it up if you're not going to talk about it?
I'm just wondering what you did with the winner's share of the purse.
Let's move on.
Sorry. All right, line 2. Who's this?
This is the Natural Born Caller.
Jersey, of course. Natural Born Caller, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I wanted to, I had a little time before I headed out tonight. I'm going out for a big night of drinking. I figured, let me try the old Stump the Round Table. I did it a few months back.
Stump the Round Table. You have a question? You have a trivia question?
Got some trivia for a few of you guys, one for each of you, and we'll see if I can knock you guys off your pedestals.
All right, it's Stump the round table. It's going to be a question. How many questions do you have ready to go?
Well, we just got a few. We have one for Ryder. Is Bill Banks there?
Bill Banks, you want to take a question tonight? Do you feel up for something like that? Yes. All right. Okay.
Okay, and of course the above average one.
Yep. Above average, Mike. Now, if you could stump Disco, I'd give you $5.
Okay.
All right.
All righty, we'll try one for him.
All right, let's
start with you, Jeremy.
All right, me first. Question for me.
Right.
Stump the host in this case.
Right. Okay, tell me the wrestler who has been in the farthest amount of WrestleManias apart. I don't think I worded that right. He was in the longest stretch in between appearances, I should say, in WrestleMania. What wrestler?
I know it. I know the answer to that.
That's
Glenn,
for Jeremy.
This wasn't for you.
Huh?
This question wasn't for you, Glenn.
Longest stretch of
Nope, that wasn't the question.
No, longest stretch in between WrestleMania appearances?
Right, from a wrestler.
I would have to say...
Tell Disco to shut up.
All right, I have an idea. Longest stretch in between WrestleMania appearances?
Right.
I would have to guess it's Ray Traylor, otherwise known as the Big Boss Man.
No, that is incorrect.
That would be incorrect. Okay.
Who was that?
I know what it is.
I thought they knew
would it be, was Moolah?
No.
Bob, do you have any idea?
Not really.
Glenn?
Wait a minute.
I might say Pat.
That guy's wrong.
No.
Hang on a second. I think you stumped the caller that tried to stump you.
Wait a minute.
Was Fabulous Moolah on a pay-per-view this year?
What?
Was she on one of their pay-per-views this year?
WrestleMania.
She was on a pay-per-view, right?
Not WrestleMania.
And she was on WrestleMania 1. It's absolutely impossible for anybody to have a longer stretch between Fabulous Moolah's appearances
No.
on
You want the
pay-per-view.
answer?
You,
Yeah, what's
sir,
the answer?
are an imbecile.
Terry Funk. WrestleMania 2, and then WrestleMania 15.
Terry Funk, WrestleMania 2. Bill Banks, do you have a question about that? Do you doubt that question?
I think it was Moolah.
You think it was Moolah?
I think it was Moolah. When was Moolah in WrestleMania the last time?
Was she not in this last one?
I don't think she was in this one.
You may be wrong about that.
I don't know. Maybe let's go to the chat room.
What's her name? Ivory.
She wrestled Ivory?
She wrestled Ivory on one recent,
But it wasn't a WrestleMania, though. There's a lot of controversy here. Let's move on. Maybe
let's move on.
Maybe the chat room knows.
For Bob Ryder, not so much as trivia, but where in the world is Hercules Hernandez?
That's probably a really good question. Last I heard he was in Florida, but I'm not sure if he's still there.
I saw him
wrestling.
at a Raw taping in New Haven, Connecticut in 1998.
Hercules Hernandez.
So he is still alive.
He's still alive.
Okay, and let's see. How about one for Disco?
This is for you, Disco.
Let's see. All right, how about this? So we'll stick with the theme of music style, since that's in his name, Disco. Give me the two wrestlers from the WCW in the 90s who had a musical style named after them in their nickname.
PN News.
Right, the Rap Master.
The Rap Master, PN News, and the Honky Tonk Man.
Was he there?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I was thinking Heavy Metal Van Hammer, but that's good enough.
The Honky Tonk
He
Man.
did make an appearance here, probably, right?
Oh, he said beside the Disco Inferno.
This guy's not sure.
I'm not even sure. Honestly,
You're
I'm not
asking,
even
what
sure.
you're doing is, you're not asking trivia questions, you're asking questions, period.
All right, let's go for let's do an easy one for above average. A below average question for an above average guy. What was the first ever wrestling pay-per-view?
First ever wrestling pay-per-view. Let's see. Bob, do you know this one?
Yes, I do.
All right. Kwee, do you know the answer to this question? Kwee, do you know what the first ever? No. You do?
I'm thinking Wrestling Classic.
Yep,
that's it.
Oh, way to go, Mike.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning to stump me, buddy.
All right. Do you have any more?
Okay, we'll final one for Bill Banks.
Bill Banks.
Okay, let's see. All right, if this wrestler, who is this wrestler that hailed from Decatur, Illinois?
Decatur, Illinois.
Decatur, Illinois.
Decatur, Illinois. Bill Banks, Decatur, Illinois. Bob Ryder, first of all, do you know?
Not even the slightest clue.
The hint is in the inflection of the
I got you there.
What's wrong with Disco?
I'm hungry. I'm leaving. There's too many people here. I want these other guys a chance to show their skills on the WCW live broadcast.
You're passing the proverbial torch.
I'm giving the torch to Kwee and above average
Usually
Mike
throw away
Sanders.
the torch.
But unlike the guy that tried to douse the Olympic torch, did you see that the other day?
Yeah.
A fan came out with a fire extinguisher on the Olympic torch in Sydney, Australia, and tried to put out the Olympic flame. Did you see that on ESPN the other day?
I did see that.
Absolutely tremendous. I'm going to let these guys carry the torch, and, you know...
Where are you going to eat?
Guess, take a wild guess.
Why don't you wait for us?
Screw you! I buy you guys dinner every Friday.
I'll buy you dinner this time.
Wow.
No, I'm not going there.
Where are you going?
None of your business.
Ah, come on. If you wait an hour, I'll buy you dinner.
No, sorry now.
And we have confirmation Moolah was in WrestleMania. Catfight match.
Yeah, I win.
All right. She did
and
not actually wrestle. She accompanied Terry, so I don't know if that counts.
Disco, there's some Crystal Burgers outside the studio if you want to eat those. Go ahead.
All right, Bill, were you able to figure that one out?
What's that?
What wrestler hailed from Decatur, Illinois?
Not a chance. No.
That was Isaac Yankum.
That would make sense.
That was close.
That would make sense.
That's a tough one. All right, guys, thanks for playing along, and I want to leave you by saying this.
Yes.
Don't hate the caller. Hate the game, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Disco, are you leaving?
Got his own catchphrase.
Disco is leaving the building. I'm staying down the facility. I've got my security card. I'll go get security clearance.
Hey,
Disco, get out of here. Leave this up to the new young talent coming up.
All right, Disco, are we
How
going?
old are you? How old is Kwee?
The Kwee is 24.
That's a flat-out lie.
The Kwee is 24.
How old is Kwee, Sanders?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I can't rat on him like
30
that.
at least, right?
No, he's not 30. I will say he is not 30.
How old are you?
That's a very personal question.
Well, I mean, we're trying to push
The
these guys
above average
down.
Mike
I think we
Sanders
need
is
to know how old these guys are.
I haven't said one word.
Before we rebook this thing.
All right.
Bill Banks, I know, is the youngest person here.
Right. Disco, we got to go.
I'm the smartest one here.
Are you?
Where do these guys fall?
We're probably two of the best looking ones here.
All right, very good.
Without a doubt.
Did he say I was the smartest one?
Yeah, he did say that.
These young guys are oozing.
He can stay.
All right. Are you? You wait around. We'll go out after the show. All right, get out of here.
Hey, what was it Disco Inferno like his first time on a mic? I wonder.
Oh, gosh, horrible. All right, very good. 1-877 WCW Live. Everyone loves trivia. Stump the host, stump the panel tonight. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, is Bill Banks for an exclusive preview of what you're going to be seeing this Monday on Nitro. Bill, I know the creative team is working hard on this program, and especially, the big surprises we're going to be seeing. A name promised by Vince Russo will be returning this Monday. Tell us what else you know about the show.
First of all, wait, where are you going?
Go ahead.
All right. If the first segment, I can't even hear myself.
No, you're right.
All right. If the first segment in Nitro on Monday does more than a 2.5, and this is all WCW Live listeners, tell your friends. The following week, Jeremy Borash will have his head shaved live in the ring on Nitro.
By David Flair, of all people.
By David Flair.
And Bob, I blame you.
Well, don't blame me. Blame the chat room.
All right. Very good. That's a big thing, obviously. For me, personally, I don't know what I look like without any hair, but I have a feeling it would not be pretty.
Before you get your head shaved, could the Kwee fix it like his?
I may need you to do some work with my hair. Yes, definitely. There will be some work that will need to be done there. All right, Bill Banks, what else do we have for the Nitro preview tonight?
Have we talked enough about the familiar face showing back up on Monday?
No, what's it all about?
Well, basically on, what was it, Wednesday's show? I'm losing track of the days here.
Wednesday
show, Vince Russo promised that we would see a familiar face on Nitro that hasn't been on in quite some time. And he was kind of vague in when he'll show up, but we will see him on Monday, and I can promise you it's going to be a big name.
Oh, very good, a big name.
At some point between the beginning of the show and the end of the show.
That's what I meant by kind of vague, somewhere between the beginning and the end.
That's what he says.
So you got to watch. How do you say this, Jer? I'm still not sure how to say that.
That's Juggalo.
Juggalo champion.
Juggalo champion Vampiro.
And the ICP will face 3 count on Monday.
By the way, let's go around the horn here. Am I the only one? Did you enjoy the commentary by Insane Clown Posse this last Monday on Nitro? Or was it just too different for you? What do you think? Kwee, did you get a chance to see the Insane Clown Posse commentary? Did you like it?
Could you repeat that question? Bill Banks was rubbing my leg.
The Insane Clown Posse. Insane Clown Posse. Mike Sanders, did you see it?
I watched a little bit of it.
Pretty out there, huh?
It was out there. Are you talking about the in-the-ring promo they did?
No, they did color commentary during Vampiro's match with Hank Abbott.
I didn't see it. No, sorry.
What's going to be going on with the Juggalo Championship Wrestling champion Vampiro, Bill Banks? What's he going to be doing?
He just told you that.
I missed
Pay attention.
I missed
Listen.
He was rubbing his leg.
He was rubbing my leg, Bob Ryder. I'm sorry, I became distracted.
Vamp and the Clowns against 3 Count.
Oh, really? 6-man. Very interesting.
Do you can count booking meetings?
Where?
Do you just sleep your way through the booking meetings?
No, that's my job.
I did not sleep my way to the booking committee. Is that what you're asking?
I guess.
Okay. What else we got?
For fans of the ladies, 3-way dance this Monday.
Ooh, let's make it a 3-way. Nothing I like more than a ladies 3-way.
Too bad Paisley left.
She did.
Paisley versus Tigress versus Major Guns.
Is that right?
That's right.
What? Bill, Kwee be escorting her to the ring, Bill?
Fair.
I think you might see the Kwee.
Will the Kwee be there? Okay, very good.
Maybe joining the broadcast team.
What else do we got?
House of Pain cage match. Haven't seen that in a while. The House of Pain with the handcuffs and assortment of other toys we got in there.
Right.
Chronic against the Brothers Harris.
Wait a minute, the Brothers Harris.
Harris Brothers Harris, Harris boys.
Who are they?
Brothers Harris. The big bald guys.
Looks like a nursery rhyme.
The two guys that looked like Bruiser Brody when they had long hair. Remember that? Remember those days? What were their names there, Bob, when they did that? The Bruise Brothers?
The Bruise Brothers.
Right.
Lance Storm will have a very special challenge to make to the MIA on Nitro.
Might as well announce it, actually. General Erection talked about it on the show last night.
I'll go ahead and talk about it then.
We got a POW match. It's going to be a prisoner of war match where the winner gets to choose a person from the other team to be their prisoner of war. That's going to be Lance Storm and probably General Erection, I'm guessing?
Probably AWOL.
Oh, AWOL. Okay, Lance Storm and AWOL.
Did Rection talk about his pay-per-view match at all?
Did not.
Did not.
We've got Mike Awesome and Rick Steiner as well. And some other names are going to be there?
For some reason, I saw an ambulance at WCW headquarters yesterday, so...
There was, Bob. What was that doing there?
You're asking me?
Yes. I want you to know.
I haven't got the slightest clue.
Okay.
One other thing I want to add is...
What time of the day was it?
In the afternoon? Mid-afternoon?
I don't know then.
Okay.
If it was a little later, I could tell you.
One other thing I could talk about for the preview
What did that mean? What did that mean?
We'll talk later.
Really?
What?
Okay, I got you. I'm hip to your jive, Bob Ryder. Very good. Go ahead.
One other thing for the preview, Shane Douglas will cut a very interesting promo. Him and Billy Kidman are going to the pay-per-view. And Shane's going to make the challenge this Monday to a very, very interesting match that hasn't been seen in some time here in WCW. Made famous by the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, and tag teams like that. So we're going to see a very interesting match in the pay-per-view. You don't want to give it away, but you have to tune in this Monday to find out what it is.
Wow. I think I know.
I think I do too.
Interesting. Who else is going to be there, Bob? Or Bill?
Booker T, Natural Born Thrillers, The Cat, Franchise, obviously, Tori, Big Vito.
Many, many more.
Plus, we're going to have some matches made during the show that are going to be huge.
Wow. Very good.
And before we go too much further, that first segment, again, very important, but the chat room has asked me to correct the impression that you're getting your head shaved.
Why?
Because the promise was that you would get WCW.com shaved in your head, not completely shaved.
Oh, you think he's going to be able to do that? Seriously?
He can spell.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he can spell WCW, but I don't think he's going to. He doesn't have the. He's not a licensed stylist. A barber.
Well, he can just maybe clip a little on the sides, like he did with Crowbar.
Kwee, you are trained in that kind of profession, aren't you? Obviously, your hair is very. You spend a lot of time with your hair and doing your hair.
I think the Kwee should dye your hair pink instead of shaving.
Oh boy.
You know, he's So have we lost Jeremy again?
I don't know. He's going outside to talk to somebody. I don't know what's going on.
Keep taking out the collar,
the show.
I am the new host.
Hey, we're going to take these collars here. There's a couple of things blinking there. Bill, just touch one of them.
Oh, my God.
What happens there? Hey, is this a collar?
Yeah, this is James from Kentucky.
What?
James from Kentucky.
You guys are in the
Yahoo!
You've never been on the show with James from Kentucky, have you?
No. James, what part of Kentucky are you from?
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. James, tell him what you do for a living.
I'm a chicken plucker.
You're a chicken plucker.
I'm on the phone with.
This is the above-average Mike Sanders.
Mike Sanders, how you doing, buddy?
All right, buddy.
And you're also on the phone with Kwee.
Yes, Kwee. Kwee, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how you doing?
Now describe yourself to these guys. What do you look like?
I look like Uncle Elmer on steroids, y'all.
Uncle Elmer on steroids.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's up,
Are
James?
you there tonight?
Who?
Is Jeremy in tonight?
I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I just got here.
Oh,
Jeremy, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, James. How are you?
Oh, have you seen Amanda yet?
I have not seen Amanda Hug and Kiss, but if I do see Amanda Hug and Kiss, I will make sure and say to her, James, you need Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Is she an available woman?
Is she an available woman? Amanda Hug and Kiss is always available for you, James.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, indeedy.
So have you punched out your boss lately?
Somebody throw some hot water on me.
Cold water, James.
Cold water.
Is actually the phrase.
Hey, above average Mike Sanders?
You got me.
About this, what's it called now, this new duo y'all in?
You mean this gang?
Yeah, this gang.
This duo gang? Yeah, it's the Natural Born Thrillers.
Oh, Natural Born Thrillers.
Might you have room for a chicken plucker in that group?
Y'all have room for a manager in there?
A manager?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I just do what I'm told around there.
Yeah. Y'all took care of Disco Thursday night, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Took care of him Wednesday night, actually.
Yeah. What's this doing with y'all trying to get rid of Disco?
You'd have to know him to understand.
Oh. Yeah. Let me.
Have you punched your James? James, have you punched your boss again lately?
No, he's not been asking for it lately.
But certainly if he did, you would respond rather promptly, wouldn't you?
Or if he asked for it, yeah, I ain't going to stand there.
Right. Anything else going on, James?
Well, it's been a fucking night.
Plucking night. Are you at work?
Yeah.
Is there any chance we could talk to another chicken plucker?
You got any other chicken pluckers down there, James?
No, they're all in there working. They let me come out here and talk to WCW.
Like you mean you the number one fan there at the chicken plucking?
Yeah.
They all want to see me on TV.
How many chickens have you plucked tonight, James?
Well, out of my 80, I did about 40-some so far.
James, what kind of schooling you got to have to pluck a chicken?
Well,
they didn't put you in there and let you start plucking away.
You just did it. Well, I had to go through school to pluck chicken.
You did?
Yeah, just get a chicken.
Was it a 4-year educational program or was it just like a tech school?
Talk to you.
Okay.
We got chickens. Is
this another chicken plucker?
Hello.
Hello, are you a chicken plucker?
Yeah, she's a worker with me. She works with me. I just see that you live.
Well, put that chicken plucker on.
Hey, they want to talk to you. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
How are you doing, sweetie? Are you a chicken plucker?
Yeah.
Now, James is telling me that he had to go to school to be a chicken plucker. Well, I'm sure a lot of those chicken pluckers know me.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of harms to those chickens, huh?
This is above average.
Do the chickens?
Well, I'm sure a lot of those chicken pluckers know me.
Pluckers got to know.
Oh, that was right on. Wow, that was perfect.
Do the chickens seem to like it?
James? We lost James.
We've lost James.
I'm sorry.
Another classic call.
Unbelievable. So glad you joined us tonight. This is WCW Live on WCW.com. I'm Jeremy Borash along with Bob Ryder. Disco Inferno has left the building. The above-average Mike Sanders is here, however, Bob, and that's always a treat, of course. Kwee making his debut tonight as well. So a lot of new friends being made on this program, Bob. A lot of great people.
And they've all just been introduced to James from Kentucky.
And really, what more is there than...
What more could you want?
Yes.
Pluckers got to know.
Pluckers
got to know.
Got to know. That's nice going, Bob Ryder. All right. We have exited the chat room, Bob.
Well,
a mass exodus
I'm
in the
still
chat
in
room.
there.
So you can talk to Bob Ryder in the chat room. Mike, let's talk about first of all the process you went through, and everyone talks about what a long 2 years it was for you guys to make that final appearance. You were actually let go by this company for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, I was back around May 18th, May 17th. I was released by To be honest with you, I'm assuming I was released by the power plant personnel. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you.
So what was it like then coming back?
Coming back was wonderful because, it's something that I worked for. It's something I've always wanted to do. When I was released, I was kind of in a state of awe. I didn't know really what I was going to do. Then when I got my job back, I just, it's kind of like a blessing, but because I feel like I really worked hard to get to where I'm at. And, now that I've given I don't know, maybe the best thing it was for me to get fired. I don't know.
Yeah, now you got a new appreciation for what you have. Obviously must be all that much more better this time around. Who's this? Line 2, hello? Hello?
Hello?
Who's this?
Vince from Cleveland, Ohio.
Vince, what's going on?
Nothing, man. I was just wondering what you guys think about a couple of shoot fights I thought of.
Go ahead.
Who do you think would win between the Steiners, shoot fights?
One-on-one?
Yeah.
They'd probably both kill each other.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be a winner there. I think it would be, honestly, death to both. I don't see either one of them giving up. Who do you think?
I'm going with Rick.
Bob?
I'd have to go with Scott.
Kwee.
I love them both.
Bill Banks, who would win shoot fight between the two Steiner brothers?
I think Rick.
Rick? Obviously, any idea, Mike?
I'm probably going to go with Rick, too, but I think they both kill each other.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be pretty either way. What else?
Goldberg and Nash. They really hate each other.
I would say just based on experience and the fact he's been a bouncer for like 20 years, or he did do that for a long time and was in hundreds of fights, you got to give the edge to Nash there, I would think.
Absolutely not.
No?
Goldberg would kill him.
I'd give it to Goldberg.
Really?
I heard a few UGA stories.
How about Bill Banks? Your thoughts?
I got to go with Nash on that one.
Yeah.
How about Chronic?
But you mean fighting each other?
Yeah.
I would go with Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
Based, I think Brian is street tough.
Is he?
I love those two words together. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know. I know those guys are about, both of them are 6'9". I think they're both kind of sweet, though. I don't think, maybe Brian Clark. I'm a tough one on that one.
Kwee.
I think Brian Adams would, definitely.
Yeah. Bill Banks?
I just saw something really bad to say, but I'm not going to say it. Brian Adams.
All right. Anything else?
Conan and Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
Harlem Heat.
Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray, yeah.
I go with Booker. Well, that depends.
With good knees or...
Yeah, with good knee, I would go with Booker.
I'm going with Booker, too.
How about you, Vince? Vince? Is that your name?
Oh, yeah. Hello. How about, I thought of a good idea of 5 guys from WWF versus WCW. Who would you pick from each federation to fight each other?
In an all-out gang brawl?
Yeah, like from WWF, probably Taz and Kurt Angle.
All right. Bill Banks, let's start with you. 5 versus 5. Who would be the teams?
Just a pure ass-kicking fight?
Yes.
I'd say on one side, for WWF, you've got Taker.
No way.
You think?
I think.
All right.
Taker, the Acolytes,
Yes.
and Shamrock if he's still there.
Even over Angle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
On our side,
Yes.
Goldberg, Scott Steiner, Tank, and Rick Steiner.
Ernest Miller?
Maybe.
No? Who's laughing? You laughing? You don't think? I'm going to tell him you said that.
I'm not going to give you my version of the Ernest Miller story, but go ahead.
All right. Okay. Kwee, anybody to add?
Definitely Sean O'Hare.
Sean O'Hare. I'd put Sean O'Hare up against most
Sean
of those
O'Hare is
guys.
probably one of the toughest guys in WCW right
He
now.
likes to fight. He likes to fight people just for the sake of fighting people, right?
I'm going to tell you something.
Absolutely.
He is legit. I'm not saying it's because he's on my team, but he's legitimate.
Have you seen him in action?
No, I haven't seen him in action.
But you've heard the stories.
I've.
A lot of false stories about O'Hare.
Yeah, there are a lot of tall stories about O'Hare.
He is ready to go at the drop
They're
of
all
the dime.
true, man.
I heard he likes to pick fights just for the sake of
Yeah,
fighting.
he doesn't pick fights. He just doesn't take a lot of stuff.
Sean O'Hare would take Tank.
Yep.
No!
Wow. Yep.
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
You think?
Brawl for all.
I think we're seeing a brawl for all. Seriously?
Honestly, I would put Sean O'Hare up against probably anybody in this company.
Do you think he would do it?
Do I think he would do it?
Do you think he would take Tank on in a brawl for all?
Yeah.
Yes, he would.
I think he would.
He will do it on this show next week. Let's set it up.
Wow, Bob Ryder, what do you think of this? The wheels are spinning.
I don't know. Somebody can get hurt.
You guys are underrating him, I'm telling you.
Yeah, somebody would probably get hurt, though. Legit. I mean, like, people get hurt in these things. Brawl for All, everybody got hurt in Brawl for All. That was the biggest, single biggest, it was fun to watch, but it took more people out than anything they've ever done, I think. More things that, but it took more people out than our Junkyard Battle Royal thing we did a few years ago. Remember that, Bob?
Yeah.
Everybody got killed in that
Seemed
thing.
like a good idea at the time.
Anybody else?
Yeah, well, how about ECW? Anyone there tough, you guys think?
I don't know. Well, nobody just jumps out at me.
I'd pick New Jack. I would say that Van Dam is tougher than people give him credit for being. And if Ming was still around, we'd all pick him.
Yep.
I'd still go with Sean O'Hare.
Sean O'Hare over Ming?
Sean O'Hare. Oh, please.
Boy, you guys talk a big game for this guy.
No way.
Really?
Sean O'Hare.
I'll put Sean O'Hare up against anybody.
No way would Sean O'Hare beat Ming. Ming doesn't feel pain. You young guys get cocky with this stuff.
I don't know.
We all say that.
Now, would Sean be upset with you for saying this? Do you think
No.
Sean would agree?
I think Sean would. He would. I don't know if he would agree. He's a pretty humble guy sometimes, but he is ready to go at the drop of a dime.
Really?
Yes.
How about O'Hare and Goldberg?
O'Hare.
Gee.
O'Hare.
How about O'Hare and the entire Libyan army? What do you think?
O'Hare slightly.
Ditka versus O'Hare.
Mini Ditkas. Mini Ditkas and Mini Bears.
Now let me ask you guys a question. You claim O'Hare's the toughest guy, yet you've never seen him in action. How can you?
I've seen him in action, Bill.
Where?
In Nashville. He will fight 4 or 5 guys at the same time.
It was a legit fight.
Absolutely.
What was the story behind it?
I think somebody looked at him wrong, actually.
Wow.
It doesn't take much to get him started.
Now, was this a match, or was this in a bar, or was this?
In a bar. Any type of street fight, he's up for. He's known to hit women. He's known to hit small children if they egg him on enough.
He'll tell you that too.
And he will say that.
How about the two big guys, Giant and Nash?
Oh, you talking about them two
Big Show and Nash.
fighting each other?
Yeah.
Nash.
Who?
Big Show and Nash.
Come on. That would even be close.
I'd have to go with the Big Show.
No, come
What about
on.
Bill Banks and Jeremy Baresh?
Wow.
All right, let's Bill, how would you do? If you and I in a shoot fight, what would happen?
If he had that bottle in his hand,
I'm going with Bill Banks.
Would you go with Bill Banks over Baresh?
He's the big guy in charge. I don't know. It's just like he could snap.
Bill Banks?
He could go.
Have you been in a lot of fights, Bill Banks? No? I've been in like one fight in my life. I don't think I do very well.
And you slipped on the takeoff, and her old man had to come and get her.
That's right.
I will say the first kid I fought, I put in the hospital.
Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, Bill
there
Banks.
you go.
Stepping up to the
There
plate.
you
What do
go.
What do you got, Bill Banks?
See, I'm telling you.
What do you got?
I was 10 years old. I fought this kid. I put him in the hospital. So.
He was 10 years old, though.
Well,
of course, the kid was.
So was I.
Of course, the kid was 5.
No.
But that's a whole different story.
What do you think of a three-way dance, Shivani, Hudson, and Madden?
I try not to think of that.
I would definitely don't think Madden would do it.
Hudson.
I would say Hudson, yeah. Hudson would probably take everybody. Absolutely. How about Jim Ross against Joey Styles?
Joey.
Yeah. You think?
Yep.
Anybody else for comment on that one? No? All right, anything else?
All right.
Please don't come up with any more.
Zeus?
If you're 15 minutes.
Bob Ryder and Borash. You and Bob Ryder.
Bob and I?
Yeah.
We would never fight.
No, we wouldn't.
Was Bob Ryder ever in a front row at WrestleMania 10?
Second row.
Second row?
Mm-hmm.
Thought I saw you. All right, well, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
How about this?
Second row, because they were so cheap, they gave me a comp ticket on top of the building. So I went ahead and bought something from a scalper.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people know this. One of our pay-per-views, I think it was like in early 1990s, the Sandman in the second row or front row of one of our pay-per-views in a Sting mask.
That was Sturgis.
Was it
I heard
Sturgis?
about that.
Sturgis? Really?
That's what Chad Damiani said.
So, don't
Bob, what WrestleMania was that you were at?
The one in Hartford, 95.
I was, interesting story, I was the very top row in Hartford.
Were you really?
Row double Z.
That's probably the seat I gave up.
1 year later, probably was. 1 year later, I was working for him, so.
Wow. Line
that was the one I flew in to do with Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
I was at the very first Sold Out, which was a memorable pay-per-view. I was sitting second row for that. Sanders, what about you? What have you been at? You were at.
It's kind of. I grew up on Georgia Championship Wrestling with Gordon Soley.
Yeah.
I never really got to go to any matches. My first live match was Nitro in the Georgia Dome when they had one of the biggest crowds they'd ever had, January of '98, and that was January 5th and 6th, something like that, of '98, and then that's when I tried out the power plant at the end of January in '98.
How about you, Kwee?
Oh!
Wait a minute, we got something here. What do we got? What are you going to say? What do we got?
I hate to do this to you.
Go ahead.
Tell them about the old was it the WrestleMania you were at? Or what, I don't know what you were at when Hogan threw the shirt.
That was the second Survivor Series in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, it was at Richfield, a suburb of Cleveland. I actually caught his shirt, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
His Hulk Rules tank top, and he autographed it for me this year.
He got Mona to get it autographed.
Yes, I got Miss Mona to ask me.
Alan,
I didn't want to look too desperate.
Did he autograph it to Kwee?
That was before Kwee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you tell them about the color of the car you used to have, Alan?
What do we got?
That's personal private business. That's my own personal private business.
We're not going there?
Average.
Tell them about the license plate you had the first day you come to the power plant.
Well, Mike, don't be calling him out here. If he doesn't want to, if you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it.
All right, no, I was a wrestling fan, obviously.
You're a huge wrestling fan. There's nothing wrong with that.
A Hulkamaniac?
Hulk Hogan, I grew up on Hulk Hogan. I love the guy. I had a Hulk 2 license plate on my car. What's the big deal?
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. That's all right.
And the car must have been red and yellow?
Something like that.
Close.
Okay, I was a senior in high school. I'll tell the story. What the hell?
All right, go ahead.
I had a 65 Plymouth Valiant red, spray painted Hulkamania down each side, Hulk Rules on the trunk. I was a senior in high school. What do you want?
That's tremendous.
It's kind of stuff you get on the road when you travel with Kiwi.
I love this show.
That's Kwee above average.
I love this show more than life itself, Bob Ryder. All right, let's go to line one. Who's this?
Mike from Ohio.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Say hello to the Kwee and Mike Sanders.
The Kwee is from Ohio. How you doing?
That's correct.
Yeah, so what we do is, it's a work. I don't know what else to put it. Anyway. Line two, who's this?
This is Dan in Chicago. How you guys doing?
Hey, Dan.
Good.
A little while ago, I don't want to bring it up, but I'm the original guy who had stated that Disco Inferno should get a title shot. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yes.
Weeks ago?
I do remember that.
I apologize.
It's okay.
And keep Disco. Why are you guys on him?
Do you like him on this show or not?
Yeah.
Do you like him on this show?
Yeah, he's great.
Okay.
But that's for WCW Thunder. You guys were like, get rid of Disco. Gene Okerlund. Let's get rid of Disco. How about let's get rid of Bill Banks?
Wait a minute, damn.
I want Bill Banks versus Disco Inferno.
Wait a minute.
The loser leaves WCW forever.
What have I done to you?
You're just a punk.
All right, now come on, let's not go there, please. Let's refrain from
name calling.
All right.
And who do you guys think is going to be the big surprise Monday night?
We all know.
We all know, so don't even ask.
You know?
I know.
Well,
okay.
Bob knows. Banks knows.
And Kwee.
I
got a question for Kwee.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, how would you feel if Dustin Reynolds comes back in a Goldust appearance? How would you feel about fighting him? Who would win in a fight between the Dustin Reynolds Goldust thing against Kwee?
Boo. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen?
No.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Very good. Dan, not one of his best calls. Don't worry about it, Bill. Bill's got a complex now. All right. Top of the show Monday. Top of the show Monday. Goldberg will attempt to annihilate Russo, Steiner, Nash, Jarrett. What extremes will he go to get it done? That's the question we'll have answered Monday. Big things for Vince Russo at the hands of Scott Steiner this Monday. I do not want to be in Russo's shoes going into this show. Also, you heard it on Wednesday's WCW Live. Vince Russo promised that we would see a familiar face make his Nitro return. Who is it? And when during the show will they show up? Vince said it will happen or could happen at any time. Could happen in that first segment. It could happen at the very end. Could happen somewhere in between. We don't know, but it's a big name. And, Bob, a lot of people are speculating, and a lot of people are way off. I think you're going to be very surprised at who you see return to Nitro this Monday. Also scheduled for Nitro, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and the champion, Vampiro, will team with ICP against 3 count. 3-way dance between the gals, Paisley, Tigress, and Major Guns. And also a House of Pain cage match, Chronic versus the Brothers Harris. How do you like that, Bob? The Brothers Harris.
I don't like that at all.
Lance Storm against... I guess we're going to see him against the wall. It's going to be a POW match. Mike Awesome and Rick Steiner. The Ambulance will be there. Booker T, the Cat, Franchise, Tori, Big Vito, and the Natural Born Thrillers will be there as well. And, of course, Kwee. You're going to be there as well, Kwee.
I'm booked on the show. Hopefully they got something for me.
All right. Let's go to line 1. Who's this?
This is John from Kentucky.
John, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
I just wanted to say there was a caller on last night's show that said that he wanted that New Blood guy back on as host. And I wanted to say I agree.
Good. Okay, what's your question?
Did you guys already talk about the things Dave Meltzer said about being hired as WCW's...
Did not hear what he said.
Now, what did he say?
Well, it was on One Wrestling. He said...
but did he say something on a show or something?
I think so.
Oh, well, all right. Bob?
If it was the part that I heard at the very end, he didn't address the comments that he's alleged to have made. He just kind of danced around it, so I don't know. Well, it certainly, if what he said in those emails is true, it certainly would explain why he's been so anti-WCW, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Boy, you think I would have caught wind of that, or Banks, you would have heard of something about that, wouldn't you? Crazier things have happened, I guess, but...
Not that crazy.
No. I'll tell you what, that's a coming sign of the apocalypse right there if that happens. All right, very good. Anything else?
No.
Thank you. Line 2, who's this?
This is Mike.
Mike, what's going on?
Not so much. I just wanted to call in about 2 things that, I just came up on my mind. One is a little storyline for the Cat, like how his mom, he always speaks about his mom, but I was thinking it would be cool to get his mom involved in the storyline. Like,
I'll tell you what, she's a lovely lady.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like, go to the Cat's hometown, have a Nitro there, and the Cat visits his mom before the show, and Russo sends the New Blood Thrillers to follow the Cat, and they kidnap her mom after the Cat leaves.
Maybe it's just me, but I think we've had entirely too many moms on TV lately.
Yeah. And then also, for you guys to, like, make a little bit more of an impact on the Internet.
Yes. What do we do? You tell us.
Okay. Like, let's say you guys are having a reload taping or, like a meeting, right? And Brad Siegel's having all the wrestlers there. Well, you could do it hoax, but play it off like it's real, make it look very real. And that's to, like, say, okay, these wrestlers are getting released, have, like, a fight breakout or something, like, make it look like something really weird that nobody should ever see. Ends up, like, secret footage shows up on the Internet.
Secret footage?
Secret footage?
Yeah. Like people would just click on the news, they can click on, like, open this file to watch this video that WCW doesn't want you to see.
So take the Kidman cam one step further.
Like the Gorgeous George video.
Yeah,
right.
But not that far.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought...
Like, you guys could have, you guys could start Reload early or something like that one day and say the show's up because it's not starting yet for certain reasons. And the next day you have...
an angle, you're saying. We work our listeners.
Yeah, like Steiner's.
Right, that would...
You, Jeremy, and
the Internet would love us for doing that.
Yeah, we'd show up by himself.
I'll tell you what, we'll start it this Monday.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
and just keep up the good work, and I hope you guys really come through some big shows
next
2 weeks.
We appreciate your call.
Cool.
All right, bye-bye. Line 1, who's this?
Hey, Jeremy?
Yeah,
I got one more thing to say.
James, come on. You're killing me here.
I won't say one more thing out there to Mark Madden.
He's not on.
here.
I know he's listening, though.
He's not listening.
He's not listening?
No.
Would y'all give him a message for me?
No.
Does he still work for y'all?
Yes, he does. No.
I just want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all, WCW. And Jeremy, I listened to y'all's show on Reload,
Yes, James.
And the question was, what would you do if you got your release?
Yes.
Would you
James, if we released you, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You still got
It'll be
chickens you can pluck.
WCW or nowhere else. I wouldn't go up there and kiss Vince McMahon's ass. I'll tell you that.
All right, James.
All right, James.
Sure. Vince is very upset to hear that.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye. Line 2, who's this?
Turning down the millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Just so he won't have to kiss.
Who's this?
This is Lenny3323 from the chat room.
Hello.
Oh.
What's up?
I was going to ask about can you guys comment on Scott Steiner's injury?
Haven't talked about it, no. But he's going to be there Monday, and I would bet it would take more than an eye injury to keep Scott Steiner from competing in the ring. I think
I was going to give Flame and True Gimmick a shout-out.
All right, very good. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Who's the mystery partner going to be? Or who's the mystery surprise? Who's the mystery person coming back to Nitro this Monday? Mike Sanders, you don't know.
I have absolutely no idea.
Kwee, you don't know.
The Kwee does not know.
Kwee does not know. I'm sure you might have a few guesses. But, I think a lot of the fans are guessing right now who it's going to be. Line 1, who's this?
It's Tom in New York.
Tom, how are you?
How you doing?
Say hello to Kwee and Mike Sanders.
What's up, Tom?
How's it going?
Hey, Tom.
So I have a question. I want to know, where's Pez Watley?
He sets up our rings.
Really?
Really.
And why doesn't this show get, enough plugs on the Nitro and Thunder?
Excellent question. We're going to work on that.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you. Wow. Kwee, tell us about your first day at the power plant. You had a tryout, you said. And what was it about you that separated you from everyone else? Why did you get the position?
As far as the 3-day tryout or after the 6 months training?
Actually, how did you get in, first of all?
Got in, I called down to the power plant and talked to Mike Winter, set up a 3-day tryout. And if you make it through the 3-day tryout, they invite you back for 6 months. Well, if you make it through the 3-day tryout, it doesn't necessarily mean you get invited back. If they like you, you get invited back, and then you go from there.
Were you offered a deal then right after for your 6 months, or did you still work there for free, or did you pay, actually?
Actually, it worked out. I got my deal after 6 months, right after my 6 months was up.
And did you have that same hairstyle?
Just a shorter version, yes.
That is a wild... Sanders, is that not a wild hairstyle?
I've been dealing with that for the last year, man.
Have you really?
Yeah.
The hairstyle, what's interesting is that you would think the hairstyle came along with the Kwee gimmick, but you've had this hairstyle before the Kwee gimmick.
Actually, that's how I got the Kwee gimmick. Vince liked it. He seen me in the airport. He said, we got to do something with that hair.
That is some wild hair you got there.
You would not believe how many people, I'll be with him in a mall or something like that, and women will walk up and just touch his damn hair.
Bob, have you ever seen hair like Kwee?
I have never ever seen hair quite like that. I haven't seen much hair lately at all.
I was going to say it reminds me of Don King for a white guy.
I do with that.
I mean, is that a fair statement? You've got it kind of straight up in the air.
Whatever you want to say is fine with me.
Do you use hair? You obviously use hairspray on that.
Just hairspray and a hairdryer. Stand upside down.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
How long does it take you to do your hair?
5 minutes.
No kidding. I'm thinking I'm going to go with that style. Especially if I lose it all coming 2 weeks from now or 1 week from now. Who's this?
Who's the chicken plucker?
All right, very good. Thank you.
Copycat James Collins.
Oh, boy. All right. What else we got? We've got the House of Pain cage match. Chronic and the Harris brothers. The Paisley Tigress Major Gun Three-Way Dance. Real quick around the horn. Favorite gal in WCW. Top 3. Sanders, you first.
My favorite gal in WCW?
To look at.
Oh, that heat here. Wow.
This is a standard question. We always ask this.
I like Pamela Paulshock.
Number 1?
Number 1 is Pamela Paulshock.
Number 2 would be?
Siren.
Siren?
Yeah.
The red-haired Nitro girl?
Yeah.
And number 3?
I'm kind of partial to... I like Star. She kind of stands out with me.
Oh, see, Bob, remember that? I was the only one who picked Star the other week when we did this. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Kwee?
I'm going to have to say my wife first. just for general purposes.
She's not in the wrestling business.
Doesn't matter. That's the correct answer.
What a smart man. Smarter. That's why he's married, not us. Go ahead.
Paisley, of course.
Of course. She's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
And I don't know. This may catch people. I like Chiquita.
Really?
Chiquita, I would say, has the best body of all girls in the backstage.
Oh, yes. The lovely African-American gal. She's beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful woman. She's certainly a talented dancer as well. But not a wrestler. I think we're seeing more and more of these gals become trained professional wrestlers. Have you had a hand in training these gals, helping out with some of them? I know you. Actually, I saw you in the power plant today working with Paisley.
Yeah, actually, the first day they came in, I was helping them with, actually helping Adasia a lot with those cross-body blocks off top she was doing. So, yeah, the first day they came in, we had a little bit, I think above average Mike Sainer helped a little bit there, too.
Yeah?
Worked a lot with Daphne and Paisley.
And how are they to work with?
Eager to learn. Very eager to learn.
Who's the one guy you want to have a match with here? If you could book yourself with anybody, who would it be?
If I could book myself with anybody?
Yeah, anybody at all in this company. Who would you say, Kwee?
In WCW, we have the best wrestlers in the business down here. I would probably have to say Jeff Jarrett and Lance Storm.
Jeff Jarrett, Lance Storm. What is that face for, Bill Banks? What do you think of that? You not agree with his decisions?
Interesting answer, Jeff Jarrett.
Why?
Well, you'll find out pretty soon.
Wait a minute now. Kwee, what does that mean? Sanders?
I don't know, maybe Booker T or Kevin Nash.
Ah, shooting for the top is what you're doing. Let's go to line one. Who's this?
It's Chief from Jacksonville.
Hey.
Hey, is Bill Banks still on there?
Bill Banks is here.
Okay, I got a suggestion about the way the wrestlers use the cameras in WCW, and I heard a caller start to talk about this when Vince Russo was on the show Wednesday, but Russo wasn't on yet. But the WWF, I just wanted to point out, because Vince brought up this question when he first came in. Somebody asked him about this, and the wrestlers started doing this, and then after Russo was removed for the Sullivan era, they quit doing it. What that is the perception that the cameras don't exist out in the ring and out in the backstage area, where like the cameras can get up correct. In WWF, they use that, and the wrestlers go out there and they play to the audience, and not to the audience at home. They play to people who pay tickets. And I feel that when they do that, the crowd responds better. Like when Vince goes out there on Monday nights, how he talks to the crowd, because he's used to the WWF doing that, and the crowd gives him a better response as, say, like a Scott Steiner comes out, leans on the rope, talks to the hard camera, and 3/4 of the crowd, he's not paying attention to him, and they get restless. You know what I mean?
I agree with you to a certain extent. The interview segments in the back, Vince has always been real high on the guys not looking at the camera, which I kind of disagree with the interviews. As far as playing to the crowd, I think guys need to do a lot more of that. I think that's very important to do, but you also have to mix in, them cutting promos to the hard camera. It's a balance that guys have to find on their own. And as guys get more promo time in the ring, they'll get much more comfortable doing it.
Yeah, it's also performing moves like if The Rock doesn't care where his opponent is, he puts the rock bottom on him. He immediately does it and gets the crowd reaction. That's one thing that always takes me out of matches. Like Chronic sets somebody up at the high time. They always look for the hard camera, flip the guy around instead of just putting the move on him right there and there. It's just a little thing that annoys me. I figure if they play to the crowd more, it would get them better. Like WWF, they do interviews in the ring and they have the guy's cameraman doing what somebody called before Orson Welles kind of perspective, and the camera guy walks around, they talk to the crowd. It just looks better on the TV instead of the hard camera looking at the interview guys.
That's one thing I want to start doing is getting the cameraman inside the ring. We started doing it a couple months ago, then they stopped doing it. I mean, it only helps out with the interviews. If you can get the camera guy inside the ring and get close-ups and things like that, it only helps. And it also gives the guys the opportunity to play to the crowd with the cameraman tied in on their face. So I think we should start doing a lot more of that.
It's like suspending belief. I like to watch wrestling. It's like women watch a soap opera and they know it's fake. But the camera gets in real close situation. Just like WWF, Triple H was stabbed. The camera's like right there. And but in the WCW, they portray the cameras as always being there, so they hide it if they're like trying to sneak in on somebody.
Sure.
It's just a suggestion.
Very good. Anything else going on?
That's it. Y'all have a good weekend.
What's going on with the website these days?
It's getting redone. I took a bunch of suggestions. I put my first version out there, and people what they wanted, and now I'm making this.
What you changing the design of it?
Yeah, well, I think that was a temporary design from the start. I got people's suggestions of what they want to see, what they need. I'm gonna put a lot of dynamic stuff. We have to apologize to you, Jeremy, for kicking you out earlier when you first came into the chat room.
All right, Bob. Can you believe they kicked me out of the chat room?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, if you do something like that, just tell us beforehand, because every day we have people come in and say,
We got in there and I told the guy. I'm a very important person.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. I didn't care. No big deal. Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bob Ryder, nobody kicks us out of the chat room and gets away with it. We obviously scold these people. These volunteers.
No respect.
All right, let's go to line 2. Who's that?
This Flying Chair.
Flying Chair. Say hello to the Kwee.
Hey, Kwee.
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's say hello to Bill Banks.
Mr. Banks, how are you tonight?
Good, man.
The Honorable Bob Ryder.
Yes, of course, always honorable.
And above average Mike Sanders.
Absolutely. Just in that top 49%.
C+. Exactly. What's going on?
That's all right.
How you doing, Flying Chair?
I'm doing great. I have a kind of a suggestion, and it's kind of a eclectic, if you can say that, for wrestling. Some of the funniest moments, or some of the interesting little moments that happen in a show, is when people will think that they're talking into a dead mic or they're not on the air anymore, but they in fact are. And there's been a couple of instances in WCW. I remember one where Shivani and Hene and Heenan were talking about Mongo and Deborah when they thought the mics were dead and they were off the air. And I'm wondering, in some of these quote unquote,
what did they end up saying?
Huh?
What did they say?
They said something about, well, Mongo doesn't like it when you talk about his wife or something. It was when they were doing one of the angles when that divorce thing with him and Deborah was going on.
Bob, do you remember that?
Don't remember it.
Oh, okay. Bob, sure. Okay, that's cool.
A little moment.
All right.
What I'm saying is, in an instance, if you want to put over something as a shoot angle, it might be a good thing to intentionally create one of those moments as if the announcers think they're off the air, and then it's like Shivani says, "Man, those guys nearly killed us," or whatever. Man, why are they bringing this out into the ring? Those guys really hate each other. They're going to kill each other. They're going to kill us. I'm not trying to phrase the exact angle, but I'm saying intentionally create a quote-unquote production error where it appears as if the mic has been left on and they haven't cut away to commercial.
I like it. It opens up some possibilities there. If you wanted to start something, it'd be kind of fun to see Mike Tenay make a comment about Madeja again or something like that with not knowing the mic was off.
Yeah, or something like that, or have, or on Nitro have Shivani and Madden and Hudson, talking about, whoever, Goldberg and Steiner or whatever the angle is, and you just give them, it's just 4 or 5 seconds there, but it's scripted in such a way that it gives people just a little peek under the curtain, but doesn't really give you the, just a little hint, a little something to draw you in and suck you in and get your attention.
Absolutely. Sounds fun. I like it. Anything else?
Are we still playing Stump the Roundtable?
Oh, boy. We ready for one more?
Sure.
All right, we're drawing very, very close to the end of this program. I think this is the way how we end the show tonight with another round of Stump the Hosts. Who would you like to stump first?
Well, this is. I'll tell you what. This is for the panel in general, except for Bob Ryder, and he's excluded from answering this one because I'm sure he can answer this one.
Okay, so it's a collective effort here from the Kwee, Mike Sanders, and yours truly.
And Bill Banks, if he's still there.
Okay.
All right. Now, what was the first name? I will give you this hint. Okay, let me restart.
All right.
Who was Ivan Putski's cousin that he tag team wrestled with back in the 1960s? I will give you 2 clues. His last name was Putski as well, so I will give you have to give me his first name
And what country was he from? And he was not from Poland.
But first of all, Bob Ryder, do you know this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Should I know this?
No.
All right. He was not from Poland.
No.
But he nonetheless wrestled as the cousin of Ivan Putski.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were not related in real life.
Not related in real life. Did this guy go on to wrestle somewhere else as a different name?
No.
He was only known as Ivan Putski's cousin.
Right.
Kwee, do you have a clue?
No clue for me.
No clue.
I would say he's from the United States, though.
All right. Mike Sanders, any idea?
Not a clue.
Nothing. Boy, I have no clue.
Everybody.
It was Ivan Putski's cousin.
Yeah. I don't know my 60s stuff. I really.
All right.
What's the question again? One
Bill
more
Banks
time.
wants a shot here.
He wrestled as Ivan Putski's cousin. His last name on his professional last name was Putski as well, but he was from a foreign country, but he was not from Poland.
And only wrestled briefly with Ivan, but continued to use the name for a couple of years or several years afterwards.
Right.
Wow. I'm going to guess Frank Putski.
Wrong.
No.
Could be the worst guess ever.
Thank you.
Dominic DiNucci.
Dominic DiNucci Putski.
No, I don't think so.
Mr. Wrestling Putski.
Mr. Wrestling Putski the second? No.
Mr. Wrestling Putski number 1.
No.
What's the answer?
Igor Putski.
Igor. You know what?
Not to be confused with the mighty Igor.
Okay, let me ask you this, because when I first started watching AWA, and I'm guessing it was probably like 1979, there was an Igor. Who would that have been?
That was probably the mighty Igor.
Not Igor Putski.
Right.
Well,
mighty Igor was in fact, might have been first, and then Ivan might have done the same gimmick. They were both, supposedly, Polish wrestlers and really big, muscular guys. Igor Putski was not very big at all. He was a little guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Very, very good question.
And the country he was from, supposedly, in the gimmick, believe it or not, France.
France?
Yes. A Polish wrestler from France.
Makes perfect sense to me. All right.
Hey, what a gimmick.
I love it.
Hey, guys, watch out for flying chairs.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye. And with that, we bring another exciting episode of WCW Live to a conclusion. We'd like to thank our guests, the charismatic Kwee. Everyone loves Kwee. Let's hear it for Kwee, everybody. That's very good, very good. Come on. Very good. Why am I the only one clapping here? Sanders, you don't appreciate what Kwee has done for the program tonight?
Oh, it's tremendous.
Okay, Kwee, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. And above average Mike Sanders, we thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brush.
Bill Banks, it all comes down to Monday, and Nitro, of course, the WCW Live pre- and post-shows of Nitro coming your way live from Las Cruces, New Mexico, this coming Monday, and we're going to be at the house show as well. Going to be a good time there, and, of course, Thunder, as Thunder goes to Tucson, Arizona. So a big couple of shows coming up your way. Bill Banks, thank you, as always, for your exclusive tidbits, your Nitro preview. You do it like no one else can.
What happened to my music?
It's long gone. Bob Reiner, thank you so much.
Talk to you later, Jeff.
All right, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you again Monday night live from Las Cruces, New Mexico for another edition of WCW Live.